Hello, guys. I was having technical difficulties. It's look, it changed. It changed. I'm having problems with my chat. I'm also having problems with everything. Wait, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me just fix it real quick. I'll be right back. I was so excited to show to you guys that I have a background for our chat, because we can barely read the chat sometimes. So I added a background behind it. A background na nga eh, behind pa. Background to the chat, hoping that it will make our lives easier. But it didn't. It didn't. I'm so sad. It's supposed to be custom. Background color is 0460 600, sorry. It's supposed to work. I mean, it works now, but I don't know why it's all black all of a sudden. I guess it looks good. So does that mean I don't need the UID, the background anymore? I'm so confused. But anyway, I do have another chat box, which is this one. Like this. Another chat says, guys, sorry. I want you guys to help me pick which one I should use. This one is from Colin Hart. It's a free website where you can change the CSS or the looks of your chat box for free, just by applying the CSS from their website to your chat box. So I really like this one. I've been using this one before I stopped using it, because yeah, I had some problems with YouTube and then I stopped using it. So I want to see this one. It showed up yesterday, the white box. This one, I don't know why it's like that though. It's kind of weird. But is that one okay? Or should I use the other one? This one is Colin Hart, and then the other one is from Streamlabs. You guys tell me which one. Which one should I use? Because I'm really confused on what to use. I'm really confused on what to use. I love both. I like both. But anyway, as you guys, as I wait for you guys, I will be streaming. Oh wait, sorry. Let me just compose myself. With all of the technical difficulties that I have encountered today, I was panicking a lot. That I thought I was streaming, but I wasn't streaming. So, but anyway, hello. My name is Kahel Kimura. It's nice to see you guys again. Today we are going to play Lucid9 Inciting Incident. Yay! We are going to continue from where we left off yesterday. Finally, we are going to start in our detective role. Let's go. Woohoo! Will we be able to find clues about the murders? Or will we be able to learn? Hello, White Cat. Hello. Sorry for being late. I thought I was already streaming. But I wasn't. What? The chats? Oh, there you go. It's... Which one? Which one should I be texting? It's okay. I just wanna ask everybody's opinion about which one I should use. This one is Streamlabs. And then this one is from Colin Hart, a free website for chat CSS. So, which one do you guys prefer? This one or that one? Yeah. I just want to know which one is better for the stream. I don't know why that turned into white, but yeah. Yeah, but anyway. Yep. We're going to continue where we left off today, guys. We left off yesterday. Again, trigger warning. Please read it carefully. I don't want you guys to be uncomfortable or be put in a place or state where it will be hard for you to get out from. You know, your safety and comfort is what matters to the most. So please read the trigger warning, okay? I want you guys to be truthful about what you feel. If you feel like this game is going to trigger something you don't want to trigger, it's okay. You guys can leave. This is a psychological horror game. It will be discussing a lot of sensitive topics, just like what we've seen yesterday. You know, so if you guys are not ready for that, you guys can leave. There will be no pressure in watching this stream, I promise. Again, the trigger warning includes the game includes heavy, dark, depressing scenes that may trigger anyone. Some scenes depict feelings of hopelessness and loss, which implicates you know, the S word and another S word. Yourself like that. And it has a descriptive narrative of murder and crime. So if you're iffy about blood, about knife, you know, you don't have to watch the stream. Okay. So with that being said, let us start. Serum Elements is back. Hello. Anyway, let's continue. Let's go. I'll fix the chat tomorrow or later after the stream. I don't know what happened, but it's fine. Oh, I also tried to uninstall and install the game. So I don't know if it's you know, it changed something since yesterday. The game is bugged. I don't know. Hopefully it does, because this is newly installed. Hopefully. So now we're starting the investigation in the entrance of the school, at the entrance of the school. So here we go. The offices lies near the school entrance. Maybe I could glean something from there. The question is, how can I legally obtain confidential information without a license? Oh! Access to your informational database. I presume we are in arrangement? Oh, well, I guess I found my license. I should have expected Shigura to come here. The faculty office does, after all, hold the official records. Anything from the other locations would mainly be hearsay. Certainly, Miss Enomoto. Oh, we're talking to the secretary, I see. Please wait a moment while I prepare the database. As the secretary withdraws into the office, Shigura turns to Rui, pushing her glasses up the bridge of her nose. Sadly, there is little glamour in our line of work. Much of it is limited to scoring through paperwork. Really? Yes, however, as our talents are better spent on proper investigation, we often delegate such tasks to menial workers. Suddenly, her arm shoots out and pulls me by the shoulder. Exhibit A. Yama? What are you doing here? He shall, of course, be our manual labor. Wait, what? Oh, do detectives usually have those? Shigure straightens ever so slightly, clearly pleased by Rui's interest. But of course, is it not a staple in mystery literature? The Earth's, here we go again, Earth's wild sidekick diligently records the many escapades of the capable detective. Wow, being a detective sounds so interesting. But that's literature. She's back. And just then the secretary conveniently pops out of the offices and sloops a tablet into Shigure's hands. The system is digitized as per standard regulations, Miss Enomoto. Her eyes land on us. However, due to confidential nature of this information, I cannot allow these students to come closer. Pardon? Come closer. The secretary glances around before inching forward, leaning down to meet Shigure's height. Shigure whispers something furiously into her ear, something that makes her eyes widen in shock. Well, if that's the case, then I suppose... Good. Off you go. I shall return this after it has been properly searched. The secretary immediately scurries off. Rui grins in clear admiration. That was incredible. So it was. What did you tell her? She agreed awfully fast. Why? I simply notified her that the three of you are undercover agents. Eh? She believed in that? And that's why you acted like it was a huge secret? Precisely. I stated that your identities might not be blown for the sake of the nation. Must not be blown, okay, for the sake of the nation. That's really clever. That, good pupil, is why it is vitally important to practice one prowess with language. No, I guess so. Manipulation is the key to obtaining information. That doesn't sound very more, I know. At any rate, we must proceed. Evidence awaits. She dramatically activates the tablet, flipping through the Academy database. The amount of pure information it holds is frankly disturbing. For each student, they not only have basic information, but details filtered from any linked social media accounts. What? You can do that? Well, protege, would you like to take a look? I guess if you're really... Oh, Rui. Yes! Rui vaults in front of me, snatching the tablet out of my hand. She eagerly flicks through the tablet as Shigure looks on with a proud smile. Haven't I been working for Shigure for, 3 days now? And Rui just met Shigure today. Wait, why do I care? I'd be free if she took my job. No more random assignments, no more verbal abuse. It would be heavenly. Right? Rui suddenly leaps away from the tablet, startling me out of my thoughts. Oh gosh, I did not need to know that about Masato. What? Nothing. Nothing. Attempting to peer over her shoulder for a closer look, but Shigure promptly swipes the tablet. A good effort, protege, but you must remember to prioritize the evidence above all else. Have you lost your grip on the tablet? Or leads would have been obliterated. True. I didn't think of that. It is no big burden, but we must utilize the precious time we have been granted. She begins skimming through the tablet, eyes roving rapidly across the glass surface as she takes in every morsel of information. I can't read today. Why? Yes. Oh, I see. What is it? What is it? We have one particular very telling detail, something that should be addressed before we moved on. What? What? Nishiyama? She flings the tablet unceremoniously in my direction. I'm barely able to catch it in time. So much for prioritizing the evidence above all else. Summarize. Why me? Because you are dragging the group down with your uselessness. I didn't even see what's inside the tablet, But summarize. Sir, yes, sir. I dourly scan over the tablet as she hovers over my shoulder, or attempts to, except for her considerable lack of height. Well, I wave away her demands, steadily immersing myself with data. Apparently, there's already been 3 official disappearances. The first was verified 6 days ago, the second was verified 4 days ago, and the third was verified just yesterday. Midori Maeno, second year, missing for 8 days. Toma Hayashi, first year, missing for 5 days. Akane Tsukino, second year, missing for 2 days. Wait, Akane? Why does that name sound familiar? Midori Maeno, Toma Hayashi, Akane Tsukino. Ichiyama, pray give us something of marginal benefit before swine take to the air. Yeah. Sorry guys. Let me just drink water. I continued skimming. There doesn't seem to be much connection with the students' years, nor their hobbies, grades, or anything really. I guess I should start with the basic and work my way up. Maybe I'll find something. All 3 students are children of wealthy families. Irrelevant. 86% of the academy students' population belongs to families with an income bracket of, 25 million yen. They also all lived on campus at the dorms. Oh, that could be it. As does the majority of the academy, faculty included. Oh, okay. But here's the weird thing. Even during school breaks, which was when the first victim, Midori Maeno, disappeared, the academy enforces curfew to protect both its student and its property. The curfew is something like 11:30 p.m., right, Rui? Yeah. Hello, good morning. Hi, Sar. Hello. Welcome back to the stream. Today we're playing Lucid9. It might get a little confusing to you, but yeah. Also, read the trigger warning, because it's important that you know what you're going to watch. Since the topic of the story is very heavy. Like heavy and dark. Really, really heavy and dark. So on-campus students have this curfew at 11:30. All of the victims lived on campus. So they would have had to register for curfew. But according to these records, they all disappeared at night, even after registering for curfew? No one's supposed to be able to get in and out after curfew. True, just so. Thus, Ishiyama, we have a bit of a quandary on our hands. How did 3 students manage to leave during a time when they could not possibly do so? Leaving after the academy curfew. If they wanted to stay out all night, why lock themselves in at all? Why not just stay out the whole day? If only one student had left after curfew, I could easily waive it away as an exception. Maybe they didn't want to get in trouble, but they really wanted to drink. Oh yeah, party or drink or do whatever academy students do. Maybe they had friends to help them out. Maybe, but three in such a short time. Furthermore, it's three people who don't seem to have any strong relationship with each other. So is the killer a student or a teacher? It's it's fine. Heavy and dark is my middle. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Excuse me, Miss Enomoto. The secretary pops out of nowhere, looking very stern over her tin-rimmed spectacles. Oh, wait a moment. I can't, I'm afraid. I verified the identities of the students with with the police headquarters, and they hold no records of undercover agents at this location. Uh-oh, you're putting the kids on danger, Shigure. Well, they would hardly divulge that degree of intelligence to a mere layperson. They also warned me of your previous stunts. Come investigate on your own, Miss Enomoto. I cannot reveal confidential information to ordinary students. She promptly whisks the tablet out of my hand and strides back into the office. Shigure stews in silence for a long, long moment. Rui only tugs at her sleeves with a penitent expression. I'm sorry, Shigure. We shouldn't have come. Nonsense! This is simply a perfect demonstration of the faults of bureaucracy. What did we learn from those records? Nothing. Nothing that was not already publicly accessible. Imbeciles. Shigure. I really don't like her. Shigure. Iris' simple call seems to mollify Shigure. Well, at the very least, I suppose we discovered some fairly important information. Primarily, the fact that each student logged in for curfew before they curiously vanished. That's a good start, at least. Sadly, not nearly significant enough. Then how do you propose we continue? Well, thankfully, I anticipated that such an event might occur and made sufficient compensation. Come, Airi Rui Ishiyama. Renewed, renewed. She marches up to the stairs. Oh, why? I've got a really bad feeling about this. Shigure hovers over the hallway before blasting into classroom 2B, hands sweeping in an overly extravagant gesture. Stop the process! Rui's eyes light up at the display of histrionics. She barges in right behind Shigure, pointing dramatically into the distance. We have arrived! All eyes land on the particular side. I try to stick to the shadows before I'm dragged into their insane antics. What kind of backup plan is this? Who are you? The question is not who I am, but rather who am I to you? Isn't that the same thing? Wrong! To you, You are not. You are not. To you, I am superior. To you, I am... What are you teaching to Rui? To you, I am omniscient. To you, I am your master. To you, I am the law. To you, we are the truth. What is this? A comedy duo? Maybe it's some kind of advanced intimidation tactic. The teacher certainly looks frightened enough. Either that or concerned at their mental health. Rui! Shigure! Team logic solving crimes at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. What is this? Oh, that's right. Don't look at me, I don't know these people. Get back to your classes before I report you for truancy. Is that? Huh? Shigure becomes very, very still and her hands curls into fists. Here we go again. I am not another. How do you pronounce this? Anencephalus catechumen. This is what I mean. Shigure, you're using too many heavy words. I am a legitimate freelance detective, 26 years of age, officially licensed, and I am here on matters of extreme import. The teacher's eyes roll at her excessively large vocabulary. I know. As a result, there's no resistance when Shigure takes the podium, addressing the class students like a president at her inaugural address. Denizens of the city of Isami, your cooperation is required for a situation most dire. For more information, I refer you to our head of public relations, Aira Hiraga. She nods her head at Airi, sorry, not Aira, Airi, who, after a few moments of staring wordlessly at the podium, steps to the center of the classroom. Maybe despite her introverted tendencies, she's a really good speaker. At the very least, she can't be worse than Shigure. Are any of you murderers? Never mind, she can be worse than Shigure. Way worse. What kind of question is that? Are we in trouble? They're wasting our time. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. I need to get us out of here before we're expelled for disruption. What can I do? Ha! It seems that even the simple questions has eluded their tiny brains. Try something different, Airi. Have you seen any strange events recently? I think we're witnessing a strange event right now. And someone speaks. Quickly, make your statement. Nothing. I just saw something outside. Of course, the old bait and switch trick. That'll get them to leave in a hurry. Outside? Quick, after them! Chase that cab! As they bolt into the hallway, Airi pulls out her phone and taps idly on its surface. Within a few seconds, a police siren is... What? A police siren is playing from its speaker. No. Quick, after them. And she snappily walks away, siren still resounding from her phone. All eyes fall on me. The teacher only folds his arms, staring at me with a single raised eyebrow. What was that all about? I'd better just make a run for it. I promptly sprint out of the classroom, taking random turns until I finally feel safe. Well, I'm not sure where they went, but it's already time. It's already time to rendezvous. I guess I'd better head to the roof. Okay. Please let it be something useful. Within a few minutes, everyone's gathered on the rooftop. I take stock. That's it? I take stock of the unfortunates. Rui, Shigure, and Airi seem disappointed. Yahiko and Elizabeth seem tired. Misaki and Akira seem to be unchanged, and Masato looks like he's on the brink of death. That's it? Nah, wait. We're going back. Good thing I saved the options. Because there's no way. Yeah, I'm gonna... I override it. What an idiot. Wait, maybe I can go back here, right? No. Load. Loading will lose unsaved progress. Seems like Shigure is age member in this school detective. I know. She doesn't sound like an adult. She doesn't sound like a detective. Detective with years of experience, I mean. I know, maybe I can go back here. The picture is still not working. I don't know why. Okay, let's go. I'll just do this real quick. There you go. And then I'm gonna save again on this place. Yes, I wanna overwrite that shit. Okay, entrance, cafeteria. We're going to the cafeteria. Let's go. The cafeteria is not only the place where students retrieve food, it's also one of the most popular hangout places on campus. Class hasn't started yet, so maybe I can glean something from there. Sure enough, there's a solid quantity of students in the cafeteria. Several cliques are strewn around the assorted tables, deep in conversation. I noticed Misaki and Masato standing by one of the tables. Judging by their scowls, things aren't going so well. How do you expect us to gather any information if you keep scaring them like that? Probably means they're just hiding something. Didn't you see him shaking? That's because you grabbed him by his collar and accidentally started shaking him. How else are we gonna get info out of him, Mizuki? It's Misaki. And certainly not by intimidation, that's for sure. Well, aren't they getting along just well? I should probably step in before things get ugly. Hey. Oh, hi, Yama. What's up, man? Having any luck? Is this game based on Renpi? Can you scroll back? Renpi? Sorry, what is Renpi? Sorry. I can scroll back. What do you mean? Scroll back? Like this? What is Renpi? I'm so sorry. What is Renpi? And scroll back to what? Sorry. I don't know what you mean by that. Renpi is a visual novel engine. Oh, okay. Widely used for creating visual novels, dating simulators, and other narrative-driven games. Oh, I see. So kind of like Unity? I see. I guess so. I'm not really sure if it's based on Renpi. I'm not really sure. But I guess there's more information on the official website. I have the links on the description if you guys, usually if I overwritten my save, I can just go back in the VN if the VN is using Renpi. Oh, I don't think I can do that, but I don't know. I haven't really tried that. It's my first time learning Renpi. So I don't know. I'm sorry guys. I don't know. I'm too scared to try though. I don't even know how to do that. No. Yeah. I'm sorry guys. But if you want more description about the game, I have links below. So you can check them. I have the official website of the game from Fallen Snow Studios on the description box below. You can check that one if you want. I'm really sorry. I'm not good at games, and some technicality stuff. I don't really research about them. Thank you. I haven't got a thing thanks to a certain someone. She shoots Masato a pointed glare. Well, I ain't seen you doing much of anything. Because you frightened everyone off before I could even talk to them. Like I've said before, you need to conform to the crowd, connect with them. If you can accomplish that, they'll likely open up to you. You sound a lot like a politician, Mickey. You really think so? Yeah, sure. I mainly meant that as a joke, but apparently she took it as a compliment. I ain't gonna change myself just to get what I need. Masato. And look what that's gotten you. Nothing. You think you can do better? I don't I don't think I can. I know I can. Masato gapes at her how do you pronounce this one? Sorry guys. My English is not good. So I need dictionary all the time. Glance?
Blatant.
Huh?
Blatant.
Blatant. Okay. Blatant. Masato gapes at her blatant trash talk. Is that a challenge? What else would it be? Let's go at it then, right here, right now. If that's the way you want it, bring it on. Oh, they close in on each other. For a second, I think they're going to actually start rolling in the cafeteria. But they both turn to me expectantly. Yama, be our referee. What? No. Why not? Why would I even be doing? What would I even be doing? Just see who does a better job at talking to people, man. Masato, my man. Masato, my man. I have a feeling this isn't going to turn out well. Fine. Then I'll go first. Consider how well Masato has been doing lately. Watch and learn, boys. Masato and I hang back as Misaki strides over to a nearby table of rugby players. Without waiting for an invitation, she pulls out an open chair and straddles it backwards, eyeing the students intensely. Yo, how's it hanging, bro? As the students exchange perplexed glances. Hi? Can we help you? Sure can, man. You see, I heard there'd be some rumors floating around school. I was wondering if you guys knew anything about them. Not really, no. You sure, man? I figured soccer players would be on point with all the latest news. We play rugby, not soccer. Misaki's composure falters, but she presses on. Right, rugby. The sports where you hit the ball with a racket into hoops and score touchdowns? Well, would you look at that? I'm late for a doctor's appointment. Gotta go. That was really bad. Misaki immediately flings herself out of the chair and walks back to us in a huff, leaving a group of bewildered rugby players whispering among themselves. So, are you leaving? What? Why would I? You said you had a doctor's appointment? Shut up! I panicked, okay? Besides, I chose the wrong group of people. Of course, rugby players wouldn't know anything. You mean soccer players? I will cut you, Yama. Well, looks like it's my turn. Hope you're ready to lose, Mikasa. It's a wrong name again. Before Misaki has the chance to put Masato in an armbar for getting her name wrong again, he jogs off towards a group of rowdy third years. Yo, I need to ask you something. I need to ask you guys something. Sorry. The students either don't hear him or are purposely ignoring him. They continued laughing among themselves, flinging their lunch at each other with makeshift catapults. Yuck! What are you kids? Catapults of spoons. Hey, I'm talking to you. Masato raises his voice, but still elicits no response from them. With his patience clearly depleted, he snatches a metal spoon from one of the students. And with his bare hands, he bends it in half. The students gape at him in disbelief, immediately at full attention. Now that you're all listening, have any of you heard any rumors around school? No, we haven't. Not a thing. Please don't bed us like that, Spoon. Masato sighed. Never mind. You guys, come on. He drops the bent spoon back on their table and ambles back to us, thoroughly kneading his temples. That certainly went well. Like you're in position to talk. I'll redeem myself this next round. Just you watch. How can she say that so confidently baffles me. She glances around the cafeteria, scouting on her next victim. Just look at good students, guys. Who should I pick? Oh, she seems like a good candidate. I trace her gaze to a girl all toned in black clothing and metal piercing. I don't know. Why she thinks she's a good candidate is beyond me. Misaki skips over, taking a seat beside her. Hey. She gives the student a nonchalant greeting as she lounges in her chair. Hey. So, how are you? Fine. You definitely picked a good candidate, alright. So, would you happen to know if there has been disturbances in the Force? I'm not a Jedi, if that's what you're asking. No, I mean, you haven't heard any whispers of dark rumors in the netherworld? Talks of depravity and sin, sacrificial rituals, goats? What are you going on about? The student cautiously inches away from Misaki as if she were insane. Are you not a member of the cult of the Red Rose? The only cult I'm a part of is Gardening Club. This is why you don't judge a book by its cover, guys. Strike 2. Sorry for bothering you then. Goodbye! Misaki immediately slinks away and scurries back to us. Looks like I'm gonna win this contest. And what makes you so sure about that? Masato points at the lone first year sitting at the far edge of the cafeteria. Her head is buried behind a monstrous-sized textbook as she absent-mindedly picks at her lunch. She seems like the type to know something. Try not to scare the poor girl, Masato. I ain't gonna scare her. Oh, another image not loaded. Oh god, I'm so sorry. It seems that my game is still bugged. Masato huffs off, seemingly determined to put an end to the contest. Hey! Yes? And looks like he's off to a great start. I need your help with something. What do you need? Heard any rumors? Rumors? Well, I might have heard something, I think. The girl shrinks in her seat as Masato inches closer and closer, an intense expression still plastered on his face. It would have appeared comedic if the girl didn't look so horrified. I should probably step in. At this rate, we'll never get any info for Shigure. I walk over. Misaki trails behind me. Hi, sorry about my friend here. It gets a little worked up when he hasn't eaten. The hell, man? That's interference. What is interference? Interference. Sorry. Abstract and hindering. Okay, interruption. Okay. It isn't interference if the contest is over. What? Who won? Both of you at sucking. It's because they keep on choosing the wrong targets, that's all. I turn back to the girl and give a light smile. Her shoulder seems to relax a bit. So, you mentioned you might have heard something? "Mm, Yes. Well, no. What I mean is, it's alright if you don't know anything. My sister. Oh, information. Your sister? She told me yesterday night one of her friends went missing. Akane Tsukino. Akane? Where have I heard that name before? She's only been gone for 2 days, but she hasn't been answering her cell phone. But what's scary is that I heard two other students have gone missing too. Tomayashi, who disappeared 5 days ago, and Midori Maeno hasn't shown up for a whole 8 days. My sister has been really depressed about it lately. Her eyes gloss over. I debate whether to leave her be, but I still don't have enough info to take back to Shigure. I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything else you might know? Well, Akane is a really diligent person. She always makes sure to return to the dorms well before curfew sets in. Which is at 11:30 p.m., right? Right. Apparently, she was present for curfew on the night she went missing. The same goes for the other two students. They were all logged into the system. It's almost as if they suddenly vanish. Somewhere in the middle of the night. The girl wraps her arms around herself. I take that as my cue to go. That's all we needed. Thank you for all your help. Can I say something before you go? Sure. What is it? Please be careful. I lead our group back to the entrance of the cafeteria. Both Misaki and Masato trail behind me in silence, which is a bit disconcerting considering how gung-ho they were a few moments ago. You guys alright? Oh, yes. The disappearances have me a bit worried is all. Didn't know people have been so scared lately. How'd you get that girl to talk anyway, man? I was wondering the same thing. Huh? I don't know, I just listened, I guess. I see. They both seem to regard my response with deep consideration. Why? I have no clue. I take a glance at my phone. Looks like it's about time to rendezvous with the others. Looks like this route also gives, yeah, the same information. I know. But let's try. Let's just see. Let's see. I'm gonna save that again. Not that it's gonna change anything, but let's see. Let's just see. Maybe there's like slight difference. Like a little bit of information. Now in the rooftop, maybe I need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The rooftop is always a good place for bird's eye view of the campus. If I was looking for scenery, the rooftop would be an ideal place to do so. Open faced with stretching high above the stretching high above the majority of the school. The rooftop is rife with luscious trees and flowers blooming in aesthetic arrangements. It's also fairly quiet, which is pretty surprising given how nice it is. Then again, most of the students would rather be fiddling around on their phone or social media. But I don't really have time to sit and take a look around, so I head right to the edge of the greenhouse to get a good look at the campus. No girls too. It's kind of boring. That's definitely sounds like Yahiko. Why? These trees are just as pretty as girls. And that's definitely Akira. What? Trees can talk? Is it that the trees can talk or that you can't hear the trees? Huh? Just because trees haven't had their civil rights movement yet doesn't mean that they don't have a voice. And here comes the two naive and dumb characters. Why are they together? I slide around the edge of the roof towards the voices. I spot Akira perched on a branch of a large tree, and Yahiko slumped in a bench by a bed of roses like a model. But trees don't have brains. You don't either. And look how well you talk. I do talk well, don't I? I'm not surprised that he missed that. I am surprised that Akira would think of such a sarcastic reply. Maybe Rui is rubbing off on her. Wait, what are we looking for again? The meaning of life. We can find that on the rooftop? Well, it depends on what the meaning of life is to you. The baka husband and wife. Maybe. The Dumb and Dumber. Put together, let's go. Can there be multiple meanings of life? That's also up to you. This is too confusing. Forget it. Let's look for whatever we're supposed to look for, my good minion. Oh, I wouldn't expect to find the meaning of life in an afternoon. We're not looking for the meaning of life. On the contrary, everyone's looking for the meaning of life. I choose the moment to make my presence known by sliding forward. Akira's face lights up in a brief smile and she waves me over. Suppadoodle daddy. Suppadoodle dandy cap. Cap? Which is probably short for captain. Why does she keep referring me as all these military titles? Yama, my good minion. Help a man poor in spirit, won't you? What's that supposed to mean? I can't seem to remember what we're supposed to be looking for. I tried asking this girl, but I'm Atari 400. Yeah, we can never talk to Akari. Her answers is like beyond this world. I don't know. Okay, that one's beyond even me. You know, Atari 400, one of those old computers with really tiny memory. In other words, I can't remember either. Why does she look so happy about this fact? Randomly disappearing students? Ring a bell? Ah! Say no more, my man. Leave it to me. Leave it to me too. I want to... Oh my god, Akari. I want to set the root of our problems. Besides, I've taken a liken to mysteries. They're growing on me. I can't decide whether these puns are fantastic or terrible. It's terrible! Maybe they're both, as puns usually are. You talk weird, my minion. But as your benevolent leader, I can overlook your little idiocies. That's a little ironic coming from a guy who can't even properly say... I can't even say that, so... We're the same. Oh my god. You always explain the puns to me. And then after that, I get it. Cedar root means cedar root. Oh my god, I'm so bad at puns. I don't know. Oh my god. Akari is going to be the death of me. Understood, your gracious, supreme, high majesticalityness. What move should we make next? Yahiko's chest walls up for a moment, clearly pleased with being called a gracious supreme whatever. I'd better jump in before this turns disastrous. We need to do something about the case. I say we branch out, maybe separate investigations would bear some fruit. Enough with the plant puns, Akira. Is it driving you nutty? I'll get you. I can't. Akira, you're gonna. It's not looking happy. No! Oh crap, I can't stop hearing puns, even unintentional ones. Should we cherry him up? Or would that just sort of... No more! Take me out! Wouldn't that take too long? Okay, bring me back. This isn't a comedy show. We need to focus on the case. I know we're in a bad shape when I'm the person who has to get everyone organized. I know! You're really a spoiled sport, Yama. Because blunt puns are stupid beyond belief. You joined them! No! I didn't mean to say it like that. Say what? Let's just review what we're looking for. You really don't need to be so snappy. Akira! It's the harshest I've ever spoke, but I can't help it. I can barely handle these two by themselves. Why are they even together? This is a bad pairing. Together, they harbor the potential destructive power of a nuclear weapon. So, Shiguro is certain that there's a lead to the disappearances at this school. Have you guys found anything out? Ah, my good minion, I'm glad you asked. As I'm sure you're aware of by now, the great Yahiko Ikari sustains a large and precise intelligence network called Pattern. He dedicatedly whips out his phone, pulling out some social media app or another. Yes, I see. What have you divined from the magic mirror of fictitious awesomeness? Are you sure you can handle all this information? I must take upon this burden for the greater good. Do not hold back your masterfulest benevolence. Very well. He dramatically flings out an arm, pointing his phone to the sky as if calling down thunders from the heavens. But first, I require reception. There's no reception. Your unlimited omniscience? Omniscience, tama? That's a bit sad, isn't it? Well, reception isn't good up here. Can't you just use the school Wi-Fi? Why? Why so I can? And the clock strikes again. I worry for the decaying common sense in my generation. Okay, here's what we got. They drain me out, gosh. Pater, my wish is your command. You must now search for me. Hashtag IIBA. What is that? How he manages to say that in a completely serious tone, I have no clue. What exactly does IIBA stands for? Instant Iguanas by Architecture, of course. Really? All this time I thought it means Isama Imperial Boarding Academy. Take me out, guys. Take me out. This combo is a disaster in the making. How about you just tell me what you find? Right, scanning through the extensive network of plebeians. A moment pause as Yahiko's finger flicks wildly over the screen. Yep. Got it. What exactly does that mean? Allow me to enlighten you, minion. 3 students have disappeared. Yes, it's the same Midori Maeno, Toma Hayashi, and Akane Tsukino. I don't know, Kaisar. These two, they make my brain melt. And I feel drained and tired after. It's so hard to read the two of them, my god. Midori poofed 8 days ago. Toma arrived around 5 days ago, and Akane just 2 days ago. And there you have it. I wait for him to elaborate. He doesn't. Is that it? Is what it? We need more information than that. We do? Oh, Cap, let me take over. She graciously plucks Yahiko's phone from his hands. Alright, Cap, I'll give it to you straight, like black coffee with no sugar or cream. There's something mighty fishy about this whole scenario. See, all of these students disappeared around the same time. Yahiko just said they disappeared within 8 days ago. Why, I meant time of day, silly Caparino. You remember the curfew, right? 11:30 p.m. sharp, no exceptions. Here's the thing, all of these kiddos log in. Oh yeah, it's the same thing. But then they were gone, but oh yeah, I'm surprised by her deductive reasoning. Hippie, eh? Logically, she should be scared. Not that Akira has ever been logical until today. I guess rational Akira only surfaces for short periods of time. So 3 students, one after another, all log in for curfew before disappearing in the dead of night. And you didn't think to mention this, Yahiko? Oh, well, I mean, I knew about it, but like, who cares about that kind of stuff, right? What? I mean, look at what really matters. He seizes his phone back with gusto, excitedly shoving the screen into my face. I love your government, but it's not the time, honey. My government publicity pat. 12,000 day pats, baby. Congratulations on this life-changing milestones, your chaotical dictatorship. I know, right? I'm famous. Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I've gotten all I can from here. Is that all? I quietly creep away to another corner of the rooftop, leaving them to their own devices. That's it? Okay, might as well. Last one. Courtyard. Maybe. Place for gossip. Maybe I can glean something from there. I find a first-year student and a third-year class. I find a first-year class and a third-year class in the midst of some outdoor session. The first years seem to be in PE. They're paired off, standing on opposite sides of a badminton net. The third years seem to be in art, judging from the easels before them. Interestingly enough, Elizabeth is here, pleasantly chatting with an adoring first year. Honestly, I'm surprised that she took so well to being ordered around by Shigure. Maybe she's just sucking up because Shigure is a part of law enforcement. I see. Thank you for your help. No problem, Elizabeth. She races back to her friends by the badminton net, chattering excitedly that Elizabeth Oshiro just spoke to her. I'm about to stride over, but another familiar girl slides next to her with a smile. Natsuki Tanaka, the mystery within a mystery. Why, what might you be doing here, Beth? Hey, Natsuki, art? Charcoal fingers, you know how it goes. Really though, why aren't you in class? It isn't like you to skip. Oh, I'm not skipping. This is for work. Work? A different work. For my father, of sorts. Her father? Why her father? Then again, I can understand why she wouldn't want to mention Shigure. Your father? Sounds important. Actually, you're good with information. Can you tell me anything about the recent disappearances? The recent disappearances? On the news? Oh, those disappearances. She says this airily, as if disappearances are simply an everyday event in Isamu. Elizabeth doesn't even seem phased. Let's ask around, shall we? Thanks, Natsuki. The two girls split off. Natsuki settles in front of her easel but strikes up conversation with her neighbor. Elizabeth continues to pull aside first years from the badminton court. I really shouldn't tease her, but the opportunity is just too tempting. I slide around the edge of the court until I'm right behind Elizabeth. The news showed it today. Oh yeah, now I remember. Crouched down, leaned over and... Why? Why are you doing this, Yamar? Are you flirting right now, really? Tea and crumpets. Bloody hell. And then all of them got shook. I sneaker as a chain of how do you pronounce this? BRB? Expletive. Oh, anyway, what on this bloody planet are you trying to pull, your gormless git? There's her British side, strong as I've ever seen it. I must have made her really mad this time. I can only grin as I speak in an exaggerated drawl. Expletive. Thank you. Would you like some tea and crumpets? How about some fish and chips? You're just so handsome, charming, brilliant. Yama, you're flirting. It's not the time. Delusional. I can only appreciate that. Well played, Elizabeth Oshiro. Whoa. It's only then when we remember that we have an audience. Elizabeth manages to set her face back into a smile for the gaping first years. Fish and chips. British accent is so hard to do, you know. Sometimes I mix them up with Australian accent. You know, because the tone is similar, but they're also very, very different. So, really hard to do. What? I didn't know you guys were dating. See, this is why the flirting is so unnecessary. A thrill of indignation races through me, and I immediately release Elizabeth, who's attempting to speak past incoherent spluttering. We aren't. I'd never date her. Not that he would ever get the chance. Not that I'd ever want that chance. Well, that makes the both of us. The first year giggles, stopping us on our tracks. They sound like married couples. Oh, sorry. It's just your bickering is so cute. It kind of reminds me of mom and dad. Strangely enough, Elizabeth's face suddenly bursts into color. I only find myself thinking, I worry for your parents. Sorry, I've got to get back to class, but it was nice talking to you, Elizabeth. The first year skips into the badminton court, leaving a very angry Elizabeth with me. I hope you're proud of yourself. You just wasted time at the expense of human lives. Gee, that's morbid. This is a serious investigation, Yama. We might get a lead on a kidnapper. Kidnapper? Never mind. She storms off, contained rage emanating from her and the freshman inch away. Uncomfortable. I've been dismissed and feel the guilt wash over me. I just don't understand why she takes everything so seriously. The courtyard is ripe for gossip, but for solid leads, not a great plan. Well, whatever. I should just keep my mind on the case. After a look around, I spot a third year at the fringe of the courtyard, quietly examining a squirrel in a nearby tree. Quiet, observant, in the sidelines, seems like a good person to talk to. I make my way to her slowly, so I don't startle her. She looks up to me with a cordial smile. Hello. Hey, sorry, this sounds strange, but do I look familiar? She looks up to me through her lashes, batting them subtly. Subtly. No. I've got a question. You're handsome. Huh? I'm beginning to see why this girl is kind of separate. Look, do you know if there's been anything strange going on around school recently? Are you a Siberian spy? Pardon? People who ask those sorts of things are often spies. And Siberia's been looking into conquering Japan recently. I'm struck speechless by this airy statement. After a few moments of blank staring, she returns to her sketches. Having a bit of trouble here, Yama? Natsuki suddenly pops up next to me, a cat-like smile spreading across her face. Not really. I probably should have chosen someone else to talk to, though. By any chance, you happen to be investigating the same thing as Beth? What makes you think that? You are you not? Maybe I am. Should I lend you a helping hand? Don't overexert yourself. What would life be without a bit of overexerting? Leaving me with this thought, she turns to the girl, smiling slightly. Have you watched the news as of late? Don't really watch news. Nobody has time for television. Oh, but you know what's behind the disappearances, do you not? Unless that bit of art on your easel is simply a rush. Oh, this is a psychological test, right? The one like the all black. That is a psychological. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm pretty sure that's a psychological test. Rush. Cat. Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, it is. I'm right. The ink blots, yeah. It's for determining if you have wait, I don't want to say something bad. You know, I might be wrong. I don't want to give misinformation. Yeah, but it's a psychological test. Okay, good. I'm right. I thought I said the wrong thing. Right, Rorschach. Oh, Rorschach test. I see. Rorschach test. Yeah. Thank you. Schizophrenia, yeah. For testing disorders and conditions like schizophrenia. Yeah. Nice. The girl can make that damn. I mean, her art kind of looks like that. I glanced at the easel. Before, I thought it was just a bunch of splatters and graphites. But when I look closer, it seems to resemble blood, mixed with flesh and shards of bones. The sight of it almost makes my mind hazy, but I'm able to keep a grip on myself. Is it possible that she's a witness? I watch the news a lot. Here. They play it in the hallway sometimes, or in the dorm lounges. It is obvious. There is a terrible hand behind these disappearances. No? There are three disappearances. Each took place after curfew. They logged in for curfew, but then left like Atlantis. That doesn't make any. Patience, Yama. She's not quite finished. The student stares blankly at her canvas before continuing. Midori Maeno, she was the first. The precedent. She disappeared 8 days ago. Before the beginning of prison, huh? Okay. Right, Yama? Okay. I'm going to like this girl as odd as she is. Okay. Hugh was next. Energetic. Spirit of Loki. First day of school. First day of school. Okay, 5 days ago. Akane, 2 days ago. Okay. So, whatever do you find odd about this vanishing? It appears to, at the very least, perturb your canvas. Yeah, the student blinks languidly before she responds. The curfew. Okay, it's the same thing. Log themselves, yeah. So, saying. They listed as present for curfew, but somehow, while everyone was sleeping, they disappeared. How is that possible with the current security parameters around the academy? So someone must have logged for them? Or were they seen present? If we're just basing on the logbooks, someone could have logged for them. You know, if we're just looking at a piece of paper. But if it's confirmed that that someone saw them, that's a different thing. Shadows follows you wherever you go. They have large shadows indeed. And now she's back to making no sense. I don't understand what you're... Most interesting. Thank you for your cooperation. I raise an eyebrow at Natsuki, but she only shakes her head immediately. The student's looking rather wistfully at her canvas. It might be best to leave her alone. Thanks for the info. Do not betray this country's Siberian spy. Oh, we're not. Well, Yama, you can take that however you may. Thanks. Anything for dear Beth? Now that I think about it, the fact that Natsuki wronged that information so easily is chilling. Oh, it seems Beth is having a bit of a trying time. I follow her gaze to the edge of the badminton court where Elizabeth is clearly trying to rein in her temper against an impudent first year. But in this route, Elizabeth mentioned her suspicion about kidnapping. True. Yeah. So, but I doubt that we're going to say that to Shigure. You know, not unless it will be taken into consideration. But I think the most important evidence for now is the logging in the curfew thing. Dorm curfews. Doesn't surprise me. She doesn't seem to be able to deal with people who aren't falling all over her shoes. Oh my, shall we save Beth? Before I can respond, Natsuki cups her hands around her mouth and calls out, "Oh, Beth!" Elizabeth storms into a tight coil of barely contained frustration, her mouth pulled into a thin smile. "Yes, Natsuki? Haven't much luck, I gather?" Elizabeth only shoots a piercing glare at me. "What are you still doing here?" Well, here we go again. "To pay my respects to the Queen of England." Closes her eyes, slowly kneading at her temples with the tips of her fingers. "Your queen commands an ordinance. Go away." But I'd really rather not. You see, I'm in the mood for some tea. What does tea have anything to do with me? Well, you know, no. Serving tea, serving coffee. When I say this, her eyes widens and she immediately kicks at my shins. It stings more violently than I thought it would. "What are you doing? Biting my kneecaps?" You just don't know when to stop, do you? Oh, Beth, it's a little joke. Lighten up. I'm honestly surprised that she's taking my side, considering that she's Elizabeth's friend. Then again, she doesn't seem like a typical friend. Well, I've got more information. I got more important things to do than to stand around bickering with Yama, so bye. Then a good day to you, madam. Give my regards to the king, if you ever find one. She whisks around and strides off without a word. Looks like I won this round. Oh, Beth, ever upset? Even though Natsuki's words seem sympathetic, there's a tinge of amusement to her tone. It's disconcerting. "Miss Tanaka, back to your easel, please." Well, I'd best be off to class. Good luck on your little goose chase Goose chase Yama. She winks as if looking for clues on serial vanishing is equitable to looking for a lost eraser and disappears behind their easel. Natsuki's character felt like a hidden yandere who's obsessed with Elizabeth. No, he just like to tease Elizabeth for some reason. I don't know why. The beef between them, I don't know. I don't know. I glance at my phone. Looks like it's already time to meet at the roof. Oh yay! I got a what do you call that? Something. Achievement. Nice. Within a few minutes everyone's gathered on the rooftop. Uh, yeah, okay. Okay, despite the idiocies of bureaucracy, it appears that a crucial piece of information did surface. That the student all disappeared even after curfew? Yes. You may elaborate further, Ishiyama. I glance around, but no one else seems willing to talk, not even Rui, who was excited to play detective. Well, basically each of the students logged in for the 11:30 curfew in their rooms. By all intents and purposes, that should have rendered them safe. Even if they're allowed to leave the dorm building, they have to stay on campus. And it's not like anyone else can get in with the security parameters around the building. So we have something strange on our hands, since they disappeared when they shouldn't be able to. Well, as I decided our next course of action, I recommend that each of you obtain your desired nourishment. Dismiss. She plops down on a nearby bench, digging through her satchel. Airi settles next to her, pulling a peach out of her backpack. The others takes various places around the rooftop greenhouse, retrieving lunches from their bags. And notice Yahiko slides into the bench next to Misaki. Elizabeth sits opposite of Shigure, alone. Akira whips out a Neth Diana Helenstone. 16, right? That's 16? And lays her on the floor. Is that a doll? When Rui and Masato attempts to sit on her, Akira gestures frantically at Rui. Oh, yeah. Rui quickly makes her way to me, extending a lunchbox with two hands. Hey, you didn't bring any food, right? I made extra. You can have it if you want. You made enough food to fill an extra lunchbox? I accidentally made a lot more than I expected, okay? Just take it. I can only stare at the lunchbox, my mind racing ahead of me. Should I? I'd rather not hurt her feelings, but isn't accepting homemade food from someone synonymous with accepting their feelings? I glance at Akira for help, but she's pointedly looking away from us. Maybe she wants to give us privacy. Take it before my arms fall off, idiot. That's the break for me. I'm comfortable enough to accept the lunchbox. Thanks. No problem. She suddenly dashes back to Annette Diana Helenstone the 16th, leaving me alone with the lunchbox. I glance inside. Delicious eggs are neatly rolled and topped with seaweed, set in an aesthetic bouquet beside a bed of rice. The rice is shaped into a lantern decorated with lettuce, carrots, and cucumber. It looks unbelievably delicious, but just when I'm about to dig in, some commotion catches my attention. Oh, they're fighting again. So, what's it like being in Lotus modeling? Do you live in extravagant life with servants who wait on your beck and call? I wouldn't say extravagant, but it is fun. You get to meet so many new people, visit so many new places, try so many new things. It's a great experience. Although it can be really demanding sometimes. Demanding? How? It's a competitive business, so it requires a lot of commitment. That's why I'm usually absent from class. And the school allows that? Surprisingly, my grades aren't being affected, so I suppose they don't see it as a problem. Do you think Lotus would have an opening for the great Yahiko Ikari? I highly doubt that his grades would allow him to work as a model. You are handsome, so I don't see why not. Did you just call Yahiko handsome? I admit he's not bad looking, but I didn't expect her to be so blunt about it. Yeah, you're right. Of course they wouldn't deny my impeccable charms. What's your number? I'll be sure to text you when I find something. I can only shake my head incredulously as they begin sharing contact infos. I dig into my free lunch, relishing the explosion of flavors in my mouth. Rui's really improved at cooking. As I eat, I continue to examine my surroundings. The next group to catch my attention is Airi and Shigure. Airi is quietly munching on a peach in her standard baby hamster fashion. Shigure, meanwhile, has propped her feet up on a flower bed like a gangster. She appears to be eating some kind of sweet green dumpling. Shigure? Yes? Is that enough? What? This? She gestures to the green balls in her hands. Airi nods. More than enough. They're melon paste mochi. The root of immortality. What? There are no vegetables, no fruits, no protein. Well, yes, but it's not nutritious. Aww. Eat some veggies? If you insist, Airi. Maybe, oh wait. In the past VODs, in the past lives, she was supposed to get married to someone. And then that someone died out of accident, as far as I can remember. Maybe Airi is like, I don't know, a relative of that person, a younger sister perhaps, because she takes good care of her for some reason. I just feel like, and she listens to Airi, so maybe, just a little bit of information. She was supposed to get married to someone before, like way back then, but then something happened to that person and he died. Airi shares a rare smile at this. I'm surprised by how open she is around Shigure. Makes me wonder how they know each other. Not only that, but Shigure actually listens to Airi. It seems like Airi is the only one who can put her in her place. Galloping goats, you don't mean to say? I do indeed. He is gone by now, far behind the city limits and out of your scheming hands. And there goes two again. Are they acting? You misunderstood the meaning of omniscient, my dear Lady Bingham. As if you could be true love. Oh no, I happen to know that your lover is hiding. Right here. She whips her finger around in my direction, but thankfully Masato suddenly steps in front. Oh, me? Jumping jackals. I always thought that sort of thing only happens in dramas. That's a proper destiny-like moment, isn't it, Rui? Masato, my true love? Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, Masato! No, they robbed you of... No, Masato seems to take this as a challenge. Every muscle tightens with competitive aggression as he steps between Rui and Akira, brandishing an imaginary sword. Come on and fight me, you big coward. Yeah, I'm here. I challenge you to a duel to death. No, duel to the pain. I smell disaster afoot. The hell's duel to the pain? First, your feet are cut off below the ankles, and then your hands at the wrist, and then your eyes, and then your But that's only if I lose, right? Easy, now fight me, you crooked canary. But second thought, peace. You can be with your true love. I don't know what's going on. She flees away from the scene, taking over behind Shigure. What are you doing? Reminding me how the Alps. You're the Alps. Go away, I'm not the Alps. That's what the Alps always says. Leave! In an unusual burst of energy, she reaches out and shows Akira to the ground. Everything happens at once. Ryui rushes to Akira, worriedly checking her for injury. Uh-oh. Elizabeth and Misaki immediately get to their feet. Yahiko freezes while Masato sprints to Shigure. The hell was that about? I'm thinking. Don't disturb me when I'm thinking. You didn't have to shove her. More reason to hate her. I am so sorry. I can never, ever like Shigure. I am so sorry. I can't like her. I can't. She wouldn't have left otherwise. How'd you know that, huh? I took a moment to analyze all of you when we first met, if you recall. You can't know someone by one look. You can if you possess at least one functional hemisphere of your brain. Don't talk like that, Shigure. Guys, I'm fine. Let's just calm down. This does nothing to stop the rising tension. Even I can't help but feel amped up. It's one thing for Shigure to insult me, and another thing for her to insult one of my friends. Even if I insult him all the time. Yeah, I'm a hypocrite, I know. I mean, at least you know if it's a joke, right? But Shigure, it wasn't. She's just looking down at everyone. Like she's the best of the best. And I hate that. I hate that personality of hers. I mean, just let me be. I need to think. Aren't you gonna say you're sorry? I won't say I'm sorry for something I have no reason to be sorry of. Akira didn't even do anything to you. She had no awareness of the comforts of others. She completely disregarded Airi's feeling on the matter. Everyone's eyes land on Airi, who stares blankly at her peach. Come to think of it, Akira would have been right next to Airi. I didn't mean to make anyone uncomfortable. I thought you guys were lonely. Just because you may be lonely in an identical situation does not give you the right to push your opinions on other people. Aren't you doing the same thing, Shigure? You know, judging them based on your first impression on them. You know, looking down on them. Pushing your opinions on them, calling them imbeciles, idiots. You're an adult. You're 26. I'm sorry. You did nothing wrong, Akira. Stop this, Shigure. On the contrary, you two were the ones horsing around, dragging everyone into your uncomfortable scenarios. Hey, ain't you the one making us investigate for you? That's right. Call him. Call her out. Call her out. I did nothing of sort. Ishiyama was your requester. Oh, now it's on me. That ain't no excuse. Stop being so single-minded and think for once. All you can do is band together like sheep. Why don't you approach this from Airi's perspective? Everyone once again looks at Airi, who stops munching on her peach. Well, you just put her on the spot, which would make her uncomfortable. Exactly. Don't speak as if you know more than I. Maybe you're the stubborn one, huh? This is degenerating fast. What's surprising is that Elizabeth and Misaki aren't making a move. They're just sitting back, watching the display before them without emotion. Clearly, they value Shigure's too highly to fight back. Why? Why? Why do you value her? She's nothing. I'm sorry. She's so annoying. What do you mean? Which means I have to do it. Rui, you may be saying this because you're still learning, but in the world of detectives, no. What you did was unnecessary, Shigure. Please don't tell me that this is real life. Don't you lecture me about what real life is or is not. Oh, wait, there we go. Shut up, all of you. Amazingly, that they they actually quiet down. Akira, are you okay? Righter than rain, Cap. There's a slight tremble to her voice, but I ignore it. No need to stir up any more trouble. Good. Shigure, don't show people around. If she was making Airi uncomfortable, Airi, were you uncomfortable? A tense moment of silence falls on the group. Airi only shrugs inconclusively. Okay, whatever. Akira, don't get too close again. Shigure, don't shove Akira again. Solved. But that's not fair to... Solved. That's it. Understood? Thankfully, since she nods sullenly. Shigure only straightens her glasses, but I'm pretty sure that she'll also behave herself. Presently, I notice that Elizabeth and Misaki are looking at me with a tinge of respect. Well, at least someone's pleased with me. Guys, why don't we cool off a bit? Let's do something fun. Nobody seems to react, but somehow I can tell that they're all interested. Fighting has a way of sucking you dry. Maybe it would be better to redirect everyone's energy to something else. Something where if they end up fighting, at least they won't cause permanent emotions and physical scars. What do you suggest? Watching a movie? I subtly shake my head. We'd never get everyone to agree on the same movie. I mean, how about an amusement park? An amusement park? Yeah, there's the new high-tech one by the mall, you know? With the new lemniscate attraction. I vaguely recall seeing something like that on the news. Lemniscate, the mega corporation of all things technical and media-related, patterning with a handful of large amusement parks all over the country. Apparently, they were going to revolutionize entertainment. Oh, looks amazing! Those look amazing. Sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, Elizabeth only shakes her head. As remarkable as it sounds, I must pass. I have other duties to attend to. I considered this for a moment. Should I let her go? She did try her best in the investigation, but the image of squealing Elizabeth... What the hell, Yama? What the hell? But the image of squealing Elizabeth on top-level roller coaster is just too good to pass. Yama, just admit that you actually like Elizabeth. Because this is way too much. Elizabeth, do you know anything about coffee? And now we're back to blackmailing her. Her face pales and she quickly glances around at the others. You know, Yama kind of sounds like those webtoon main leads, the red flag main leads, who uses blackmailing stuff to get their partners. That's Yama right now, using the fact that he knows Elizabeth is working in a coffee shop. Well, she's supposed to be the heir of a pharmaceutical company for some reason that we don't know yet. You know, and now he's using it against her just to like, Yama, that's not how it goes. when they only return when the only return looks of confusion. When they only return looks of confusion, she storms over to me, angrily hissing into my ear. Stop that. Then come with us. Give me one reason. Because you don't want anyone to find out about your job. Give me another reason. Because you'd be alone if you stayed here. And that's kind of sad to me. See? The thought comes before I can stop it. I quickly wave it away so it won't take root. The last thing I need right now is to sympathize with Elizabeth. Because I'm so dashing. That isn't a good reason. You ask for a reason that doesn't necessarily merit a good one. Blimey, I simply can't believe you. She steps back, raising her voice so everyone can hear. Fine, but who's paying? I look to Shigure, everyone follows suit. For a second, the detective stares back at us, uncomprehending. Then she leaps to her feet, face coloring in anger. No, absolutely not. Why? Why? I harbor no incentive in chaperoning an inordinately extensive conglomerate of cognitively impaired juveniles to a venue whose solitarily objective is the frivolous squandering of time. God. The insults only fuel me to think harder. The amusement park won't be cheap. We need Shigure to pay for us. The question is, what would make her? Oh, of course. If it has anything to do with the case, Shigure will be there in the blink of an eye. Well, I wasn't gonna mention this, but because it seemed trivial at the time. But there was a minor lead from today. And you did not think to tell me sooner? Like I said, it felt too trivial for me to mention. Honestly, I don't really want to go to the park, but I feel like it might give us some important information. Well, what was the lead? Ad-libbing in front of a teacher is one thing, but ad-libbing in front of Shigure is a different matter entirely. I struggle to work past my sluggish brain for the answer. Well, there is some claims that the Yakuza might own the amusement park. It might give us a clue on how students are able to leave the campus after curfew. Wait, there's no reason for the Yakuza to be affiliated with the disappearances. Well, that would tie two controversial pieces of evidence from last week. Is she serious? Irie, amusement park? I shouldn't go. Remember? Surprisingly, Irie's silence only seems to strengthen Shigure's resolve. Don't think of it in such a manner. Very well, Ishiyama, let us depart. Really? And you're going to pay for everyone? Oh yes, with your future wages. I'm not even getting paid. Ooh, hey, what's going on up here? Is this Mysteriota? Maybe Elizabeth is broke. That's why she... I can't read that one. Why? My... that's why she asked about who's paying. Elizabeth is broke. She's working as a bartender. Barista? Is that the right term? In a coffee shop? Counter? Yeah. She's working at the coffee shop. When everybody in school knows that she's going to be that she's the heir of a pharmaceutical company. The only heir, I think, of a pharmaceutical company. A big pharmaceutical company. That's why she has like little minions of followers around her, and she's like regarded as the school's goddess in a way, like the most intelligent. I'm not sure about the beauty, but most intelligent, most influential, etc., etc. She's regarded so high at the school because of that image of her. But then we found out that she's working at the cafe, and for some reason I don't think that she's not the heir or something. Yeah, but we don't know yet why she's working. because she didn't tell us. Since Yama is her rival, she doesn't want to tell us. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out the reason in the future chapters. But for now, yeah, she's broke 100%. That's for sure. As if there wasn't a party enough, Mr. Ryota arrives on the scene, brandishing a ruler in his hands. He stopped short upon seeing our little group. Yama? Hey, Mr. Ryota. Why, if isn't the J-Man? Stop, Mr. Ryota. Hey, gents, ladies. What the hell is going on up here? The third floor officers swore up and down that someone was getting murdered. Oh! Whose image was that? I recall the decibel level of the recent argument and feel slightly guilty. I apologize, guys. I feel like it still bugs for some reason. I reinstalled the game earlier, before the stream actually. Uninstalled and reinstalled, but there's still that error happening. Were we that loud? Loud enough that I'm supposed to give a disturbance warning, apparently. He brandishes a pile of detention notes threateningly. Everyone stiffens. Except Shigure and me. Probably a bad sign. Yeah, another one. Oh no, please, Mr. Ryota. Whatever could be wrong, Miss Oshiro. And with a lack of elegance, he flings the slip of paper over the banister of the roof. They rain down in shards of flapping paint in the school pool below. Listen, kids. You totally weren't here. The officers were totally just hallucinating. And I totally did not just toss this detention slips into the pool. I love you, Mr. Ryota. But you're gonna pick that up, though. Someone has to pick that up. Relief pops up on everyone's faces. Trust Mr. Ryota to be the rebel. Now scram before they fire me, okay? We don't need any further encouragement. They didn't ask about that person? They didn't ask about Chigure? That's not a student in the school? We rush away from this rooftop greenhouse and down the stairs. Thankfully, the walk to the amusement park is uneventful. Nobody seems to notice when we pass by 6 police cars in the space of half an hour. So someone got lost. Someone again? Don't worry, Kahel, maybe the bug affects all versions of the game than other people do. I hope so. I mean, no. The saying that sounds bad because I'm wishing bugs for other people. But yeah, I just hope that whatever it is, it will get fixed soon. Because the game is still under development. It's still developing. There's new chapters coming, and they're also planning on adding voices for each characters. So, yep. It's still underdeveloped, if that's the right term. So I do hope that the bugs get fixed somehow when they release the official game. And I mean, this is already official game, but the next chapters, I guess. The Palace theme park is startlingly successful, considering how recently it was founded. But that can largely be credited into its cutting-edge attraction. Even minor details like the hologram park maps in every segment, or the experimental cleaning robots whirling around, everything makes the place seems like a piece of the future. Looks like the Lemniscate really outdone themselves. Welcome! How many tickets? Yahiko swaggers to the front of the line, leaning on one elbow against the window. These are all my friends. You can bust them in. Sorry, who are you? The rest of us exchange dubious glances as Seihiko jerks back, clearly shocked. I'm Yahiko Ikari. Who? Yahiko Ikari, the son of the Ikaris. There's a flicker of recognition. Oh, Yahiko is rich. Recognition in the attendant's eyes, but she doesn't budge. I wasn't aware that the Ikaris had a son. Oh, of course they do. It's me. Sorry, sir, but do you have any proof? Knew you'd ask that. I just called them right up. Wait, Yahiko? He confidently dials a number into his phone. He wait and wait some more. Then he lowers his phone, looking sheepish. Sorry, they must be busy. But I really am the son of the Ikaris. Look, I have Enough. We are simply wasting time. Shigure pushes in front of him and hands out her card as the register racks up to a startling number. Without further ado, we're ushered into the park, but not without some prominent glares from the staff. As we enter the main area, we're assaulted with the smell of oily, overpriced food and the cloying scent of sugar. Exhausted parents are being dragged from place to place by bouncing, squealing children. Startling. Shocking. Oh! Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I really thought I could get us in. It's fine. So Yahiko is rich, but it's not known that they have a son. More background story to Yahiko. A little bit of information about him. If it wasn't for the fact that his expression is totally serious, I would probably be mocking him. He can't seriously be the son of some Lemniscate higher-ups. Oh, nice! He is rich. Lemniscate is like a big like a big business something. I forgot. There's a lot of things that I forgot from this game, actually. But watching the VODs, it will help. Wait. Information technology, guys. Multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. Yeah. For information technology. I see. I'm not gonna read the rest because that's gonna spoil me. Let's go. Before we proceed any further, I recommend that you all exchange contact informations. That's actually true. Obnoxious as it may be, you are now under my jurisdiction, and it is my responsibility to return you all safely. After a moment's pause, everyone moves into action. The only info I need to gather is Iris, but others seems to be having more difficulty. Won't you bestow upon me the honor of your number, milady? And this is where your reputation as a school princess backfires tremendously. I suppose it wouldn't be much trouble. He eagerly hands his phone to her, where she inputs her information slowly and agonizingly. Right, I've got an invitation to see to, so here we must part. Honestly, I'm surprised that she isn't forcing us to investigate with her, especially considering that she paid. Irie, promise me you shall participate in everything. Thank you. Very well, duty calls. With that, she races off into the distance, cap bouncing merrily over her head. For some reason, after everyone's finishing exchanging information, they all turn to me. Guess I'm supposed to decide where to go. Oh! Tech Sandbox, Tower Drop, Bot Fight Arena. Extreme Carousel Laser Tag Tech Showcase Ferris Wheel. Where do you guys want to go? Any what do you call this? Suggestions? But I feel like if we're going to choose, I want it to be fun. Achievement number 2. You want me to try all of it? I mean, guess why not? Laser tags. I mean, why not? Maybe we'll get pictures. Why not? Okay, let's start with laser tag then. Let's go. A large dome at the corner of the map catches my eyes. I tap it for more details. Ultimate Laser Tag Center, brought to you by Lemniscate Site Code. Lemniscate Site Code? That's the glasses, right? They're goggles with interactive displays. It gives you stats and targeting cursors and a mini-map, so it feels like you're in a video game. Kind of like a VR? Is that what you're saying? Really? Yeah, we gotta give it a try. And he races off to the laser center without a second glance. I guess we're going there. Thankfully, no one seems to have any objections. We arrive at the attraction without any interruptions. We're admitted fairly quickly. Maybe because our group is large enough to single-handedly create a game. Okay, we need 2 team captains. Hell yeah! Anyone wants to win? Join me. We'll be great at not only shooting stuff but solving stuff. Join the Harvard Association crew today. Harvard Association crew today. What kind of name is that? Well, that's one team captain. Who shall dare contest him? Wala. No one. He blows this out like an announcer of some twisted reality show. I will. It's preferable to following an incompetent leader. Her enthusiasm is overwhelming. Well, the captains have been selected. So without further ado, it's time to start the draft. Captain Korogane, you may pick your first minion. Please pick Yama. Rui? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I accept that. I get where he's coming from. Rui's thoughtful, but can be quick on her feet. She'd be a good selection. At the same time, I don't see the rush to pick her first. It's not like Elizabeth would ever select her. A fair choice. Hayata is now aligned with the Harvard Association crew. Captain Oshiro, it's your turn. You can pick 2 minions as per drafting rules. Official drafting rules? For laser tag? It can't hurt, sorry. Oshiro, the clock's ticking. Please don't pick me! Elizabeth rolls her eyes but glances between the remaining participants. Misaki. That's Kasihaya for the Resistance. We're the Resistance. What? Why the Resistance? I've always wanted to be part of a Resistance. Kasihaya has joined the Resistance. Okay, we're not the Resistance. But I want to be part of the Resistance. It is up to me to choose whether you're in the Resistance or not. So, it is the Resistance? We're not a Resistance. Thankfully, the clamor dies down when Yahiko raises a hand. You may pick one more minion, unless you wish to give up your advantage, Never. Considering that getting her here was akin to pulling teeth, she remarkably engaged in all activities. I choose Her eyes passes over Akira and flinches at Yahiko. For a second, they flicker between me and Airi. Ah, no! Ah! No, Yama! Get over here! No! Everyone falls to silence for a long moment. All that can be heard is a faint hum of the overheard lights. You're serious? What? You weren't exactly happy with Yama earlier today. Can't I pick who I want? I'm the captain. You want him? Not like that. I just want to win. Is that so wrong? No, nothing wrong at all. Guess we'd better get this show on the road, eh, folks? Oh, another bug. Captain Kurugane, your selection. You may choose 2 minions. Well, ain't you playing? That I am. Come on over to the Harvard Association crew. Wait, I wanna be with Masato. No, Yahiko is different here. No signs of baka. I know. That's what I've always thought when it comes to Yahiko. Everything is just a facade with him. The happy-go-lucky, idiotic expression, words that comes out from his mouth. I feel like all of those are just a mask of something, you know. I feel like considering his background, now that we know that he's a son of a big conglomerate family, yeah, it has to be a mask. Sweet! As Yahiko skips on over, Rui gestured slightly to Masato, tiptoeing to whisper in his ears. After a brief second, he nods. And the second one is Airi. Airi only blinks for a moment, but at Rui's friendly wave, she travels to Masato's group, which places Karube on the resistance by Akira. Akira. It's not the resistance. So, without further ado, let's get this game underway. Don your gears, players. We'll see you on the fields of justice. With that, Masato leads his group to snatch up lightweight vests and goggles and dash into the black room. Elizabeth gathers us into a tight circle, her expression unreadable. Right, I believe it would be of optimal efficiency to place 2 members on assault, 1 on defense, and 1 as an intermediary. What is that? Intermediary. Misaki, what do you think of defense? Probably because she trusts Misaki the most. Excellent idea. So is she on defense? Good. Yama and I shall lead assault. Wow, really? Probably because she wants to keep an eye on me. Akira, give it to me. Top tier intermediary coming right up. What does an intermediary do? As we have 2 members on assault, he'll mainly be covering for Misaki. However, Misaki will generally stay in one location while you run patrols. Gotcha! Mediocre class intermediary coming right up. Something like in between? Oh. Elizabeth clearly ignores this. Instead, she heads to the rack, tossing vests and goggles at us. Yama? Yes, Your Highness? Don't be stupid. Yes, Your Highness. See? I feel like the end couple here is going to be Yama and her, for sure. The flirting and the tension is there. Although, that might prove to be too difficult for you. I feel inspired already. Right? We've wasted enough time. Let's go. Wait, what about team chant? You don't need one. She moves to the door, but Akira tugs on her elbow. We can't start a war without a chant. It would be a travesty. Apparently, it would be a travesty if we used our time efficiently. Oh, come on. Team bonding is just as important as tactics and individual skill. Fine, but make it quick. Akira salutes her with a cheery wink and gathers us into a huddle. She speaks breathlessly, her eyes shining with enthusiasm. A day may come when the courage of men fails. Quickly I said, blah blah blah. This day we fight. Long live the resistance. Heck, why not? Long live the resistance. Let's go, deploy. Oh! Oh! We bolt into the dark room in our vests. As we're swallowed in blackness, I slip my goggles over my eyes. The interface immediately switches on, providing me with slick infographics and motion cursors. In the upper left, I see team portraits that lights up as each member speaks. Looks like site code comes with comms. There's also a map, health count, ammo count, and location notifier. Except I'm missing a bullet. Nah, whatever, doesn't matter. Wow. These are stunning. Oh, I gotta get more. I gotta get me one of these. LOTR speech reference. What is LOTR? What is LOTR? Presently, a hum washes over the large chamber, and the walls come to life with the images of the act. Oh, really? Academy cafeteria. Wow, a live simulation? Lemniscate is truly ahead of their time. Let's get to our positions. Despite her, I'm the only male in this group. Now that I've. Okay. That means I'm the only male here. So I have to, you have to be good at this, Yama, okay? Despite her brusque words, her face is open in wonder. Seems like she's also a fan. As we head to our places, the intercom cuts in a mechanical sounding female voice. Welcome to the field, Blue Team. This is the standard capture the flag game. Best of one. Your lemniscate side codes display your health. Let it fall too far and you shall be disqualified for the rest of the match. You should also note that your ammunition is limited. Use it wisely. As Akira and Misaki splits towards her base on the rooftop, Elizabeth motions me to a corner at the perimeter. Ooh, are we gonna make out? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, stop it. This is the way to their base. A quick glance at the mini-map confirms her claim. When the game starts, we go together, but cautiously. Isn't it better to attack from two different directions? Who's the captain again? Oh, I see. You do want to make out. What is this? Yama! Stop it. Stop it! Bloody gallivanting mob. Off your trolley, sucking great ego. I can only grin at her as the intercom flickers to life. All players are within their team zone. The game will begin in 10 seconds. Cheerio to you, good chap. 8 seconds. I say this ought to be a jolly good show. 5 seconds. I'm right knackered. I am Yama. You called, Your Highness? She pauses for a moment, clearly struggling to keep a hold of herself. Do you know why I put you on assault with me? To make me miserable? Because for some reason, the tiniest part of me believed that you might actually be great at it. Her words freezes me to the ground. My mind runs blank. I can only stare at her in disbelief. 0 seconds. The match has begun. A high-toned bell rings through the room. Elizabeth turns her attention to the corridors. Let's go. She stalks to the courtyard. Even as I follow her, my thoughts are a jumble in my head. Why? Great at it? Great at anything? How could I be great at anything? I can't even do anything madly well. Great? Ah, is this the depression thing talking, Yama? And why would Elizabeth tell me so? The girl who hates my guts. The girl whose guts I hate. Why would she say that I could be great at something? Stop. She throws out her hand. It collides with my chest, sending a rush of spark up my spine. I quickly step back, shaking the feeling off. There, Yahiko Ikari. I turn to where she's pointing. Yahiko is seated on an artificial ledge, his gun on his lap. How foolish. Won't even be able to shoot back. Guess we'd better take care of him. No, what if it's a trap? If it's a trap! I swiftly raise my gun, but Elizabeth slaps at my hand. Hold your gun properly. Excuse me, Your Highness? I didn't realize that laser tag has rules of combat. It can only help your accuracy, you know. She raises her own gun, her voice lowering to a concentrated whisper. Steady breathing, proper stance and grip are important, but a good trigger pull is what can make it or break it. Her posture shifts carefully, as if gunning someone down was a common occasion. With laser-like focus, she finally moves her finger to the trigger. One sharp flick of the finger, the trigger clicks and Yahiko immediately jolts up, hands flying to his goggles. Ew! Somebody shot me! That should have been a fatal shot. Laser tag would be really short with fatal shots. Laser tag would be really short with fatal shots, sorry. Oh, be useful and shoot something. I obligingly poke my gun out of my hole and fire blindly. Why would you do that? Why? You use 3. You use 3. You now have 6 ammo, Yama. Yeah, there you are. No, not what I had in mind. You have a mind? Shut up and run. We race through the obstacles as shots sounds all around us. Okay. Finally, we find an out-of-the-way corner where we pause to catch our breaths. Right. We must have a new plan. Such as, Yahiko is the only person on the fence, and we pass no intermediaries on our way. Paired with Masato's personality, it's highly likely that 3 people are on assault, so Misaki would be overrun. They probably have the flag by now. Oddly enough, I can respect her at the moment. She seems to know what she's doing. Well, where does that leave us? We'll have to kill them on their way back. Akira, come in. What's your status? Akira? Right, the comms must have been shot before they could alert us. We're on our own, Yama. So, what's the plan? You take the red flag and sprint back to our base as soon as possible. I'll hold them off while I can. But that's suicide. She draws her chin up and gestures to the entrance. Then it shall be a worthy sacrifice. Now go, and don't look back. Every passing second is a second wasted. The pulsing warble of laser guns draws closer. I obligingly dive around the corner and scoop the flag into my arms as Elizabeth screams. Long live the resistance! Maybe she's taking this a little too seriously. Well, I guess it's up to me to get to the flag, to our base before Masato gets back to his. I sprint at full pace, winding through the simulated campus as I hear Elizabeth goading the other team into chasing her. With the flag in tow, I ha, huh? Haphazardly, sorry. I haphazardly make my way back to base. I've only got so much time before Elizabeth is shot. I'm hit! Oh, shit. Did we win? Looks like Masato actually left someone behind as a guard. I swing around just in time to see a small figure diving behind the cover. Crap, my health is at 50%. At the very least, I've still got a few chances left. Admittedly, laser tag would be pretty boring if it followed a one-shot, one-kill system. My grip on the pistol tightens as I peer from my little refuge. Why is it? Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, but I find it so hard to read today. I'm so sorry. I line up my aim so that if the guard emerges, I have a chance to take them down first. Who is that? Is that Rui? I can't react fast enough. Neither of those shots hit when the guard darted from cover to cover. 4 shots left, and it feels like I couldn't hit them even if my gun was full. I'm down to 25% of my health, maybe 20 meters away from capturing the flag. After all of Elizabeth's hard-earned work too. Screw it. I charge towards the black table, ignoring the danger behind me. Standing around like that is just going to get me killed. I dive behind the nearest piece of cover as I hear the enemy's laser pistol blare to life. It's down to the wire now. Final chance, right? With that, I stand up, blindly firing my remaining shots at the figure that's just a few feet away. The figure drops their gun in defeat as a dead icon pops up over them. That's Idy! Okay, I'm dead. With that, Idy places her gun on a nearby bench and pulls out a peach to munch on without a second thought. Apparently, getting killed doesn't mean much. That was somewhat anticlimactic, especially given how lucky I was to have shot her despite my firing haphazardly. Beggars can't be choosers though. I promptly plant the red flag on our stand. It glows in response, and after a second of humming, clicks into place. A clear, high tone brings the game to a close. Game over. Victory to blue. The hell? Please exit the room. But I got the flag! Please stop arguing with the artificial voice and exit the room. Masato grumbling in prominent, but I noticed stark shapes converging at the exit. Guess I'd better follow them. It takes a few moments to adjust to the blinding sunlight. Still, everyone seems to be fairly happy. Everyone except Masato, of course. We're the rightful winners! Well, we would have been if someone didn't go on a wild goose chase instead of returning the flag. Oh, Masato is right there. I was gonna. Soon as I catch up to the trash talker, I mean. And you probably shouldn't complain. Okay, I see. Masato got the flag, but they started following Elizabeth instead. Aww. So they could have been if Masato put their flag on the stand. Amidst the commotion, I noticed that Elizabeth is strangely quiet. I was expecting her to gloat with her victory, maybe toss in a few snappish, better than though comment here or there. But she's just standing by the map, a faraway look in her eyes as her lips are pulled into a smile. Well, it couldn't be helped. We had the best leader, you know. I bet Yama took charge. Oh no! We were led to victory beneath the banner of the wise Elizabeth Oshiro. She came up with all those fancy tactics and everything. To everyone's surprise, Elizabeth blushes slightly and lowers her head. Really? Good job. Thank you. Somehow those simple words feel like more than a compliment. Yeah, let's keep going. I'll get my revenge. Oh, I'm counting on it. Thankfully, the conflict feels teasing rather than biting. I return to the map with a smile to pick out the next destination. Okay! Time to pick out the next destination. Which one, guys? Any suggestions? Lord of the Rings, one of the heroes speech. Sadly, I hope you guys don't hate me. I haven't watched any movies of Lord of the Rings. I'm so sorry. But I haven't watched any Lord of the Rings actually. What fight and arena? You sure after laser tag? Are you sure? Okay, let's go to bot fight arena. A pop-up box in the upper corner of the map catches my attention. Live Lemniscate bot showcase, the future of gaming. Intrigued, I note that the showcase is located just further down the path. Say, what do you guys think about this? I point at the announcement. Robots? Say, Cap, do you think they'll be fighting giant monsters? I can say with certainty that they won't. I haven't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You haven't watched any of them, or dare you? I haven't. I'm so sorry, guys. Not even The Hobbit. I know that The Hobbit is like somehow related to the Lord of the Rings, right? I haven't. It's okay. LOTR is quite old of a movie. But I know it's a classic though. I do want to watch it, but I think it's too long. It's too long, right? Like 3 hours, one movie. 3 hours, 4 hours for one movie. Yeah. It's probably the reason why every time I start to watch it, I couldn't. Because it's a long movie. And then they have not just one movie, but a whole franchise of it. So yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can say with certainty that they won't. Sounds fun. I say we give it a shot. Okay, any objections? Yes, your shoes minion need to... Huh? Your shoes minion need an upgrade. Why? You haven't bought a new pair since I first met you. Objections to the bot showcase. Oh, okay. You were dissing my fashion. That's so bad. Let's go. Wait, smiling genuinely for non-food related reasons? I don't think I've ever seen Irie so excited. We can pop by. If it's not interesting, we'll go to something else. True. No one else says a word. I take this as a confirmation and head down the path. Just behind a metal building, a modest portable stage is set up, flanked by screens. Oh, projecting a live closer view. Oh, we're just watching something? A row of assorted small mechas are lined up at the edge of the stage, in front of which stands a Lemniscate representative. Let's go over mecha, but in real life! We settle right in front of the stage. There's not many viewers besides us. Looks like the staff is still setting up. I wonder if they'll let people actually try them. I hope so. What use is a showcase if the target audience can't even try it? I don't know. This kind of things usually involve demonstration matches to make the technology look a lot better than it actually is. That does seem likely. They may just choose a victim to beat up. That ain't fair, man. Whoever they choose to represent Lemniscate will probably be as unstoppable as a final boss. It doesn't matter, it is a game, and games must be played by the rules. I'm about to ask Irie what exactly this cryptic piece of information means, but a blast from the speaker quickly ends our conversation. Come one, come all, and see for yourself the top of the line fighting bots straight from Lemniscate Laboratories. Robotic fans, you might want to listen up. A crowd begins to form behind us, attracted by the representative's announcement. I notice that the wide majority of people are young adults. Lemniscate definitely knows their target audience. This is one of our star beta tester, Raiden Rumble Ajibana. He'll be showing you some of awesome stuff that this new generation of bots can do. The representatives step back from the stage, leaving room for a big man with short cropped hair step to the front, holding up his robot of choice. It's a medium size, around as big as my head, sleek in shape and boasting beautiful colors of deep cobalt and silver. It's like Big Hero 6. The crowds ooze and ahs in appreciation. Oh mama! I've gotta get me one of those. The beta tester Rumble steps back and gently lays the robot on the stage. Camera zooms in for a battle view, ready to capture the action. The crowd waits with bated breath as Rumble cracks his knuckles. He holds out his hands, into which the representative places a sleek controller. The Mayfly ascends, perform its duties required. And it is no more. And suddenly the robot is alive in a whirl of silver and blue, leaping around the stage like a dancing grasshopper. Rumble smiles confidently as his hands fly over the controller, stringing together flawless combos like the world's most skilled fighting gamer. Wow! Art and movement! Amazing! The crowd claps widely. I already see several young men digging out their phones and punching rapidly at their screen, no doubt be working their budget. I might not understand gaming, but I can definitely appreciate skills. Rumble brings the routine to a show, letting the robot pirouette like a professional ballerina before sweeping into a curtsy. He's met with an even louder round of applause. Thank you, Rumble. Wonderful work. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to open up the floor. Would you like to face Rumble? The representative grins with a slight touch of cockiness. I'll make you guys a deal. If you manage to defeat Rumble in a best of 3, you can take one of these robots home with you. And with confidence I have never seen before, Irie's hand shoots into the air. As the rest of us walk openly at her, the representative's eyes sparkle no doubt, seeing a small girl as easy prey for Rumble. Miss, come on up to the stage. Irie gracefully, a little too gracefully, vaults onto the stage, ignoring the representative's extended hand. Ooh, he's ready. What's your name, miss? Irie Hiraga. I see that you're wearing an academy uniform. What year are you in? Second. How are you finding it? Fine. Great conversationalist, I see. So, what do you want to try? Why do you want to try your hand against Rumble, if I may ask? Irie stares blankly at her hand for a long moment. Uh-oh. You might not know what try your hand actually means. I'm not trying. What bold words! Miss Hiraga claims that she doesn't even need to try against Rumble. I'm pretty sure that's definitely not what Irie means. Rumble, what do you have to say to that? The insect believes itself to be king over insignificance. And Rumble's retort is just as strong. I don't understand that though. Well, folks, are you excited or what? The crowd cheers, egged on by the representative's skilled hype building. I find myself wishing for Irie to crush Rumble to the ground. Irie has a tough road ahead of her. That breath is just twisting her words, man. It builds hype. It's exciting, in my opinion. Come on, guys, let's root for Irie. Give me an A. Oh no, A. Give me an I. I. Give me a. Shush, they're talking. The disorganized team cheering immediately dies down as the representative pulls the microphone back to her lips. Let's see what bot our challenger will select for herself. Miss Hiraga, please feel free to pick any of the bots from the row. I already contemplatively paces down the row, stopping from time to time. It feels like she's stuck with indecision and more like she's examining the bots down to their basic molecules. Pick the coolest one. Pick the cutest one. Pick the most effective one. Pick the one you can beat him with. Pick the most innovative one. Pick a peck of pick a peck. Classic Akira strikes again. Heidi ignores the incoherent Dean from our group and eventually settles on a humble, boxy little bot at the end of the line. Oh, this reminds me of Big Hero 6. The crowd goes completely silent in shock at her decision. Tell me about this bot. Are you sure about your choice? I need more information. Ah, right. This is a tricky little guy. Most of the testers weren't exactly sure what to do with him. He looks very unintimidating, but don't be mistaken. If you play your cards right, you can change his form by extending or contracting the panels on all of his sides. It's extremely flexible. Hence why testers are still having a go to figure out the best way to use him. I see. He is challenging the most, but not very beginner friendly, Miss Hiraga. Then I select him. Why does it sound like she's looking more for a challenge than a victory? Very well. Our ambitious challenger is certainly looking for an upset. Let's get ready for round one. Irie Rumble sets her humble little bot at the edge of the ring, exactly opposite of Rumble's spot. The representative hands her a controller. Irie frowns when she sees it. Is this for the bot? Of course! It's certainly not for my television. The crowd's answering chuckle almost drowns out Irie's response. It looks exactly like Rav Red. The representative completely ignores her and instead lifts her hand into the air, ready to cue the match. Rav Red, what the heck is that? Round 1, Rumble versus Challenger. And fight! The crowd cheers as the representative chops her hand down. The stage erupts with light, signifying the start of the round. For a moment, Rumble charitably sits back, letting Irie experiment with her bot. From what I can tell, it's essentially a bot on wheels. I watch it roll forward, I watch it roll backwards, I watch it roll side to side. Then one of the sides falls down. No, wait. The entire side of the matrix of smaller panels. Interesting. Seems like the entire box can be transformed, give or take a few limitations. But instead of experimenting further, Irie only retracts the panel and extends the opposing side. Seems like she doesn't really know what to do. Oh, I don't see it that way. What do you mean? You should ask Yahiko. He plays quite a few games, you know. Since when has Misaki know Yahiko more than me? My curiosity overtakes me and I eke over to Yahiko. Do you know what she's doing? She'll try a basic attack next. I watch the stage. Sure enough, one of the robot's side turns away and shrivels on a tiny limb like a miniature, sharp-edged shield. What? Now a 6A214B. A what? The bot repeats its shield cut attack and suddenly hoists a panel over and behind it. Kahiko seems extremely pleased. She might try something a little more complex next, like a 6A, 8 hit C, 6C2D. The clumsy looking box suddenly moves in a whirl of rotating panels. I can't tell what's happening, but it seems to have made Yahiko even more excited. I knew it! It's just like Rob Red! What's Rob Red? But he doesn't answer me, because Rumble has started to move. His bot elegantly skates around Iris, which is still rolling cheerily around and flipping its sides. One quick, sharp blow sends the poor boxy bot crashing straight into the edge of the ring. Whoa! That one's got a sting! The bot shakily rights itself and starts wheeling away from Rumble, peering around the ring like a panicking civilian in the middle of a war zone. Even as it flees, I see Irie experimenting with some structural changes, like extending, flipping, and morphing its panels to create different shapes. She doesn't even try to land an attack on Rumble's bot. Basically, she's trying to understand the bot's identity, just going through its moves systematically. Do you think she has a chance? Only if she finds something really unique that beta testers would never expect. And oh! I heard something. Unfortunately, it's at this moment when Rumble predicts Iris walks past and flies at her bot, crashing it decisively into the ground. The representative weeps down her hand, even as segment inside the bot piece it back together. The winner of this round is Rumble. Is she gonna win? I trust Irie. The crowd politely claps. It's clear to their eyes Irie doesn't have a fraction of a chance against an experienced beta tester. But I saw some promise in the way she was messing with the form of her bot. A bot with structural changes, As you can see, it takes only a few seconds for a bot to repair itself. No more long waiting between rounds. Players, are you ready? Irie nods quietly, faint smile flickering across her face. Rumble says nothing. Round 2. And fight! That sound. This time, Rumble immediately explodes into action. His bot leaps gracefully at Iris. Irie barely manages to swerve it away before the ground where it was standing is angrily dented. Oh wow, damn. Rumble's assault is relentless. He never allows a single second for Irie to recover, chasing doggedly after her bot without a break. Not only does his bot lose its footing or crash into the wall, such is the extent of his control. And then right before his latest jump is about to crash into Irie flattens her bot into half its original width with a swirling mass of panels, narrowly dodging Rumble's strike. She takes the split second required for Rumble's recovery to bounce back to original size, slamming panels straight in Rumble's back in an unhurried smooth combo. Yahiko grins widely as Iris' bot pummels Rumble around in a terrifying wall pin. Dude, her combos are sick! I should fight her sometimes. As he's finishing this sentence, Rumble's bot suddenly shimmers and gives off a short pulse of energy, sending Iris' bot flying back. Dude, I don't know this bot's had bursting. I have no clue what he's saying. Same, but that doesn't stop me from enjoying the match. Who's hitting the cooking pan? That's the robot. But it does sound like a cooking pan though. Oh, new perspective. Is it loud? I hope not. Irie is clearly getting the hang of her bot. She changes into diagonals, L-shaped patterns, and even faux curves to dodge Rumble's attacks. Sometimes his bot lands a glancing blow, but it's never severe enough to catch her in a combo. Finally, she manages to curve around his bot and slam one final combo into his backside, sending it crashing into the ring. The crowd claps, but this time they seem much more impressed. Even the representative looks surprised. Solid display, challenger. This one goes to you. Rumble's face is completely motionless. He doesn't even look dismayed. Dude, this next run is gonna be so intense. What do you mean? You'll see. I mean, it's 1:1, so best of 3, best of luck? Oh no. Best of 2, right? Because 3 rounds. Oh, best of 3 then. Within seconds, Rumble's bot has reassembled itself and returned to its original position. Irie is smiling in utter satisfaction, as if she's completely forgotten that the audience exists at all. Maybe she's just having fun playing with the bot. Maybe. Irie is a simple kid. The final deciding round. Ladies and gentlemen, will Rumble be able to redeem himself? Or will the challengers score an unprecedented underdog win? 3, 2, 1, 5, let's go! If I thought the last match was intense, this one is just a blur of color and motions. It's clear that Rumble is no longer holding anything back. His bot moves with crazy speed, but above all, total control and precision. Irie's movements are clearly rougher, even though she's mastered the structural reorganization of her bot. It almost looks like she's not used to 3D space. Come on, Irie, you can do it! The fate of the world rests on your shoulders, chosen one. Irie barely skates out of Rumble's favored landing combo, but she turns so sharply that her robot stumbles away. Oh no! Rumble's lips twitch into a smirk. It was an honor, but your time draws to an end. May you make your peace. And he hits her solidly, sending her bot flying into the air. Yahiko winces. It's over. Air combo into a ground pound. But as Rumble leaps after Irie, she flattens into a vertical plank that better cuts through the air resistance, falling before he can land a blow. Although, surprised, Rumble reorients his ball to hold out its foot for a second devastating dive kick. I don't see how she can get out of this. Trying to change forms and move will take long, but she can't move while she's still a plank. And if she does return to her usual form, the kick will put so much heavy damage on the bot that I don't see her recovering the match. This must be the end of the series. Then I see Irie's fingers flying over the controller and her boxy bot rapidly disassembling into a condensed brick. And then I understand. As Rumble's bot soars forward, foot extended, ready to strike the killing blow, Irie's bot melts into an indestructible brick settled on the ground, fitting its time. And then, just at the right moment, Irie smashes her hand on the controller. The metal bricks spring upward, slapping right into Rumble's bot and swing! And as if in slow motion, Rumble's bot sails into the air, flipping in a perfect double axel, head over heel, right over the bounce of the fighting box, and plummets into the middle of the audience. Silence stretches on as the crowd tries to process what just happened. The mic drops from the representative hand, barely and mercifully muted in time before it hits the stage. Rumble stares blankly at his controller as if he's trying to wake himself from a dream. Iris stares blankly at her controller as if she's suddenly and uncontrollably hungry. Fists of our cheering team are stopped mid-pump in the air, looking like we're in the middle of a half-hearted fistfight. And then, the winner of the round, and therefore, the set is Aira Hiraga, the new challenger. The representative numbly stammers these words, still in shock. Another moment of dead silence passes. Then the crowd erupts into cheers. She did it, dude! Look at the moves! Look at the plays! Irie, what was that? She won! She really won! That was incredibly impressive. Ha! The tiny one's got some surprises up her sleeves. And I scored a perfect shot of the winning moment. Yay! She won! At the end of this battle, we would get fried rice. You guys are so mean. You're so mean. Oh my god. That was an intense fight though, judging by the clacking. And it's so hard to read. My throat hurts. Iris stands to her feet with a broad smile, bowing politely at her opponent. Rumble doesn't seem to be the least bit irritated. Truly on this day, we have met well in wartime, Challenger Irie. He bows his head in respect. That's good. Yay! Solemnly walks into the crowd to pick up his spot and disappear behind the stage. That is nice! That's nice. I like that. I like that he didn't get mad at Irie for that. Oh wow, how incredible. Despite all odd, it seemed as if the challenger has come away victorious. Miss Hiraga, what are your thoughts on Miss Hiraga? But Irie has already walked to the edge of the stage, seemingly ignorant of the representative's queries. She quietly leaps down, only to get swarmed by our group. Aww, this is so cute. Good job, Irie. That was amazing. You really showed them. How are you able to understand the system so quickly? The control plays just like Rav Red. Hydrate, it's nearly 4 hours already. Yeah, I've just been talking nonstop. I know. It hurts, guys, my throat. I'm not a VA, so obviously I'm so bad at this. And my throat, I have a really weak throat. It hurts quickly if I talk for hours, especially without water. Even with water, actually, it hurts. That's why I cannot go to karaoke, because I can only sing one song, and then after that, my throat will hurt. Yeah. All right, let me drink water, guys. You drink water as well. Hydrate yourself. This is the only challenge when it comes to playing visual novels, especially the ones who doesn't have any voice actors included. Voiceovers, there you go. I've been looking for that word. But yeah, because you have to read everything. I mean, if you're playing it on your own and you're not live streaming, you don't really have to read it out loud, so that it's okay. But streaming it, it's really hard. Really hard. But thank you, guys. Thank you for staying despite my bad voice acting and my mispronunciations and grammars and all. Sorry, guys. But thank you. The fighting game, right? Yes, you play. But of course, you see, the Rav Red Mecha Warriors was actually the inspiration for the design of President J. Graves' Rob. Oh, really? But Just like all roads lead to Rome, all of Yahiko's comments leads to Govermecker. I see. Perhaps we should play sometimes. Irie, are you finally having friends? Aww. She sounds hesitant at the idea, but I can't discern why. Maybe she doesn't want to play with Yahiko? But then she wouldn't make the offer in the first place. I'm down. Maybe she's just shy. She looks like a soft-spoken kid. Oh, it's just she does get bullied too because of it. So maybe she's just reluctant a bit. They walk back down the road, chattering eagerly about video games, of all things, completely ignoring the helpless representative. Come to think of it, wasn't Irie supposed to win one of the robots? Not that she seemed to care. I wonder if you should accept Irie's robot for her. It's not our choice, Mickey. I know. I want to. You worked hard. Thanks for your dedication. Thank you. Thank you. I lead the group back to the map, showing some mercy on the poor representative. After all, her higher-ups can't be too happy about bargaining a new prototype on a whim. It's probably best if we let this be, considering that the only person who deserves the care is Irie. And Irie, well, she seemed happier about playing with the bot than the actual victory itself. Irie won the Tycoon Sun instead. Wildcat, what's up with you and shipping people? You've been shipping people since yesterday. I remember you shipping Yama and Mr. Ryota. And now you're shipping them. Irie and Yahiko are already waiting for us by the campus map. Dude, you guys are so slow. Maybe you're just always in a rush to go places. Some people like leisurely walks. Leisurely walks? We don't have time for that. Look at all the stuff we've gotta hit. Yama, my minion lit us on. You have a good head for efficiency. Do we really have that much stuff to explore? And take a look at the map to verify what we have left. Oh, another one, guys. Any opinions? Where do you guys want to go? Tech Sandbox, Tower Drop, Extreme Carousel, Tech Showcase, Ferris Wheel. I caught you. I did. I caught you. You're shipping them. You have a propaganda. Shipping the characters. As long as the Ferris wheel the last. Okay. So not the Ferris wheel. I'm not even sure if we're gonna try all of them. Or just 3. Because most of the time it's only 3, right? Like 3 choices and then after that, that's it. So, yeah. But anyway, if that's the case, maybe we do need to try all of it. I'm not sure. Tech ones? Okay, Tech Sandbox. Okay, Tower Drop, Extreme, Carousel, Tech Showcase. Which one? Tech Sandbox, Tech Showcase. Extreme Carousel. Carousel is this one, right? How can that be extreme? Is it fast? Tech Sandbox or Tech Showcase? You guys can pick which one. I once ride what's the past tense of ride? Rode a man-made Ferris wheel. It only has 6 carts and it turns really, really, really fast. It's not the usual Ferris wheel where you just sit and chill, watch the scenery. No, it wasn't. All me and my friends were like clinging to the side, screaming for our lives because it runs so fast, and when you reach the peak and then you fall down, our bodies are like lifting up from the ride, from the gravity itself, with how fast it goes. Oh my god, I remember that. And we were so young back then. Teenagers, actually. I remember that. Yeah, human hamster Ferris wheel. It still uses a mechanic. No, it's not like... I've seen like videos of people using their own strength to pull the Ferris wheel and make it turn. But this one doesn't need that. It still uses technology, the mechanics and stuff. That's why it's so fast. And it goes for like not just like 3 turns. We were there for like a minute or so. It was really long. It was really fast too. And then all the time we were just screaming. Everyone was just screaming and asking for the conductor to stop, because we're getting super dizzy. We're like crying, stop! Please stop! We don't want to go here anymore. Yeah, we were kids back then, teenagers. I remember it. It was so funny. Anyway, let's go to Tech Sandbox. Let's go. Hey, look at that! A tech promotion! He points excitedly at the map, reading in a clear, loud voice. Grab a group of friends. See into each other's phone? See the truth conquer the world. That just sounds like all layers of sketchy. I know, I'm not crazy about the idea. But think how much power you have if you know what everyone wants, you can be the most powerful king on the planet. That is true though. He excitedly runs off before I can call a vote. Exasperated, I turn to the rest of the group. Are we really doing this? It's sponsored by the park. It's bound to be safe. We'll have the opportunities to see some state-of-the-art tech. I guess they're all okay with it. The park doesn't concern me. I know they have to deal wisely with the proceeding or they'll land in some deep trouble. That's true. No, I'm far more worried about what our group will do with the information they get from one another. True. Especially since all of them have secrets to hide. We drop into the tidy air-conditioned facility following on Yahiko's heels. The area is full of commotion, primarily from other young adults laughing, shouting, and clearly trying to embarrass each other with freshly gathered dirt. Hey everyone! Guess who Yukiko likes? Shut up! Yeah, what exactly is this exhibit about? Yahiko is already chatting up one of the attendants. He returns to us in a few minutes, bouncing eagerly on his toes. Okay, so here's how it works. We each have an opportunity to do a little digging on each other for a few minutes. Then we engage in an ultimate battle of wits by running a campaign for dictator of the world. Huh? Wait, slow down. What exactly do you mean? Well, we use the information we learn to convince each other to vote for us. Like, we can blackmail each other or make some kind of promise. Oh, wait, what? How will we do that? I've just met some of you today, after all. Oh, don't worry, Mickey. Usually, Lemniscate phones have really advanced security features, so that they can't be hacked. The only visible information is what users wants to share. Oh, yeah. They'd like us to believe that, wouldn't they? I don't like this, guys. Well, guess what? Here we can choose to lower the security and look into each other's phone. I don't know. Location, information, browsing history, usage statistics, even message and call history all at your fingertips. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I will never join this game if my friends want to play it. They can, but I won't. What part of this sounds fun? Are we even speaking the same language? Well, in that case, this sounds interesting. I totally agree. Really? Huh. I've got nothing to hide. Sounds like a party and a half. Guess that settles. What's going on? Don't they understand the danger? Is everyone sadistic? I'm reminded of the time when Yahiko wanted to jump off the roof to test if he could fly with umbrellas. Him and his supposedly brilliant ideas. I sent some quiet thanks to whoever decided to build the pool straight below the railing. So he actually did it! Yahiko! What the hell? Guys? Sweet! Misaki, would you mind alerting the lady of our decision? Misaki obediently runs off and grabs the attendants, who starts to outline the rules. The first phase of the game would involve 10 minutes of concentrated research. All firewalls down. Everyone would look into one another's phone. The second phase of the game would involve utilizing the information in an attempt to gather a following of minions. What exactly that entails, nobody knows. It's probably intentionally vague to leave room for interpretation. It sounds like a game around as fishy as the technique it's using, so I seized the opportunity to sit back and run the timer. I'm curious at what my friends might be hiding, but not enough to sacrifice my own privacy. Exactly. Right. Are we all ready? Yama being a party pooper, but aside from that, we're good. Embrace the future, Yama. This is the ideal of technology. I'll stick with pen and paper thing. Ha! Are you an old man? You don't even use pen and paper. I would if I have a pen that worked. You can always, I don't know, buy one. Now, why would I do that? Oh, come on, let's just get it started. Yama isn't gonna join us. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Despite the I know. I mean, would you? Would you guys try this? Let people take over your phone? It's not just messages and calls, but also browser histories. Everything else. New trigger warning property voice. I'm gonna add that too. Despite the climatic setup, the group proceeds to simply squat down and scrolls rapidly through their phones. The silence is brief. Only a few seconds pass before Misaki's face drops in horror. What did you learn? Icon phones? Who would bother purchasing an icon phone? Just beside her, Yahiko erupts into glee. I knew it! I was right all along! Interesting. Come to think of it, Misaki and Yahiko would be the best at gathering phone information. They know their electronics inside and out. Masato, on the other hand, can I use this for anything other than phone calls? Rui and Akira aren't having much more luck. Well, where do I start? Internet search history? Purchase records? None of this stuff is juicy. Where's the question about the meaning of life? Heidi is silent as always. I have no doubt that she can secure the information she needs. She seems very capable in that regard. The problem for her will be presenting that information in the right way. 5 minutes already? Let's see. Yes. Yes, definitely. Ha! I shall rule the world. Why isn't anyone else using a running app? Govermaker. He thinks every girl wants in a guy. Govermaker. My phone buzzes in my hand like a miniature death knell. Hands up! The group explodes in a frenzy, practically lunging at each other with streams of words that sounds like presidential campaign statements. I'll throw lots of festivals if I get elected. Sorry, I'm not interested. Are you and your friend fighting over a guy? What what would make you say that? Your search history. What to do if you and your bestie like the same guy? Irie also likes Yama. It is confirmed that Rui likes Yama. Oh my god, love triangle solutions. How to stop liking. It's drama club research, I tell you. It's a regular pattern. Search every few months since last year. The most recent search was wave the white flag of surrender. I concede you have won today. You have won this day. Iris smiles with innocent satisfaction as Akira registers her fingerprints for an official counter. Huh. So blackmail is an acceptable way to gather minions, not just fictional promises. Wait, what did Irene mean when she said like the same person? You know what it means, Yama. You know what it means. Irene is Rui's best friend. And Rui likes you. You know what it means. Masato, join me and I'll advocate for track. You think I'm that easy? Hell no. Masato, can you pretty please join me? I'll advocate for track. Oh, well, okay. Oh! Are we learning something new today? Masato, do you like Rui? What? Looks like personal preference have a large impact too. Eventually, my eyes land on Yahiko. In this setting, he's usually grading egotism. He's usually grading egotism gives him a nice sheen of confidence. In fact, he seems to be doing better than everyone else. Say, Irie? Sorry. When I get elected, I'll make a video game class mandatory at the academy. Oh, really? And just like that, she registers her fingerprint. What? Of all things, video games? Louis, if you join me, I'll give childhood friends a special legal status. No deal. What? Why would you want that? Obviously for you, honey. Yama, you're not that dumb. You just don't want to see it. What kind of legal privileges could you even award to a childhood friend? Masato, my man, if you think I'm gonna be easy, man, you got another thing coming. I run a huge fundraiser for track by using my special access to lemniscate technology. Oh, well, that's big. That's actually a big win. I like that one. And another fingerprint registration. Yahiko's knocking everyone out like a bowling pin. Elizabeth, I'll make Yama take private tutoring for the rest of the semester. Well said. You've earned my vote. Elizabeth, I'm both shocked and not shocked at all. Wait, at this rate, Yahiko will be the winner. Akira, I can provide lessons on love in... Don't say it! Take my vote! Take it! His last opponent is Misaki. Who's also been disturbingly productive in the campaign game. She greets him with a smile. I'm not easily overpowered. Neither am I, Misaki. Shall we draw our swords simultaneously? A duel amongst dancing cherry blossoms? What is this, a samurai flick? They crouch forward slightly like they're going to physically lunge for each other's throat. A moment of silence passes between them, even as the others in the group continue campaigning to one another. And then Misaki and Yahiko both burst into action, practically screaming at the top of their lungs. Corporation will mandate required vacation for employees with families. Social Security will redefine parental negligence. No, this is dark. They went dark. They went dark. Shipmaster Yahiko, yeah. I mean, Yahiko is smart. He's really good. He's really good. They went really dark though. Social Security will redefine parental negligence. We all know that Misaki's mom is not really a good mother, although we don't know yet. But she hates her mother. And then the promise for Yahiko is corporations will mandate required vacation for employees with families. That's so sad. His parents is so rich that they don't have time for Yahiko at all. That's so sad. It went really dark all of a sudden. For a moment, they only stand there, equally surprised at each other's statement. I am too! Vacation time, parental negligence? Why do I suddenly feel like I know nothing about them? Yeah, we don't. We don't. We all know them in the first base. First base, like, how do I even say it? I'm not sure if I can describe it well. But we don't know them deep enough, even though we've been friends for so long. They're hiding something. It's a little sad. They couldn't be playing around, right? No, judging from their expressions, they're completely serious. I shouldn't be surprised. There's bound to be a lot of stuff that I don't know. My friends have their own lives and I have mine. Yeah, I mean, Yama never tried to dig secrets in this game. Yeah, because that's how he acts all the time. He acts like he doesn't care. Like, it's not for him to know about something. And at the same time, he doesn't want people digging at his stories as well. It's so sad. In fact, they probably don't have any idea how Shigure and I know each other. That's fine. Some things are none of their business. Yes, see? Some things are none of their business. Some things are none of my business. See? That's how he acts all the time. I don't care. I don't care. That's your business. I think that's just a coping mechanism he developed after what happened to him before. But yeah, it's all well and good, but it still really bothers me. I know it's childish. I know that it made myself stay out of this game. No one kicked me out. I could learn just as much as about Misaki and Yahiko did. Really, I have no one to blame but myself. Your strike found an adequate mark, son of Ikari. As did yours, daughter of Kazehaya. You have trained well. Ah, right, there's a samurai duel going on. However, I concede that your blow found a vital organ, while mine only made its mark on a limb. I concede this round. See? She presses her finger against his phone to register her print. The moment she does, a tone sounds by the attendance booth. Congratulations, Yahiko Ikari. You have won your election unanimously. All seriousness melts from Yahiko's face, replaced with shining pride. I am a dictator now? You are. Oh boy! I really thought it would feel more awesome. Well, you get a prize. 1 free year of Lem Cloud Premium. I don't know what this means, but it causes Misaki to stand bolt upright and lean forward in anticipation. Clearly, she's regretting that she conceded. Oh, thanks, but I already have a permanent free premium. It's what happens when you're the son of two rulers. Actually, when I think about it, it's really likely that Yahiko is the son of some influential people. From the sounds of it, people who works at Lemniscape. He has an insane number of shoes that are all designer brands made in Italy. He's attending the academy without any scholarship, judging from his grades. And he doesn't seem to have any financial worries or life worries in general. Maybe he really is the son of some higher ups at Lemniscape. I'll take it! Then go ahead. She eagerly retrieves the gift code from the attendants as the rest of us are ushered out at the door. Elizabeth seems refreshed on the activity. Really looks like she enjoyed herself. Akira and Masato, on the other hand, there's always a tomorrow. Hell yeah! And they're fine. Manipulating people doesn't seem to be their kind of game. Actually, what surprised me most was that Yahiko did well. Not only was he efficient in his research, but he knew which arguments to use and how to present them. Say, Yahiko, you haven't gone to, I don't know, prep school or anything, right? Prep school? You know, where you learn etiquette, politics, how to talk to people, or more specifically, how to manipulate people. Ha! Why would I do that? My natural genius is enough. It's just one of the many advantages of being born an Ikari, my dear minion. My blood is superior. Right? I'm suddenly sorry I asked. Sorry, I'm here. Should we get going? She looks pointedly at me like I'm supposed to decide our next destination. Wait, am I? Well, no one else in the group is budging, so I guess it's up to me. Oh! More? Really? Okay. I will have to end here. Mainly because it's already 4:26 a.m. And I need to sleep because I have work tomorrow at 9 o'clock a.m. So, I need to rest. Thank you so much for joining me today. So far. Ah! I closed the game! I was supposed to make an ending statement, but I closed the game anyway. Just look at myself. Hi! Let me make myself bigger. Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay, there you go. Hello. Stare at me. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Um, there's not much new knowledge about the case. Sadly, I was really hoping that we'd learn more, but an evidence is an evidence, and we're going to take that. We only have one though, but that's fine. Maybe by tomorrow, maybe after we go to this amusement park and have a rest, we will be finally, maybe we'll finally, able to learn something more. But evidence is evidence, and we're gonna take that. Mm-hmm. It's nice to see that they're having fun. They're enjoying. I mean, they're all kids. They're all teenagers, despite the heaviness of the story. Nah, we still don't know, but we're slowly unraveling it. So it's nice to like, I feel like the game is like buttering us up, trying to make it look like everything is all fun and rainbows. But one thing, like 1 minute happiness, and then the rest is sad, 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 death, 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 death. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I feel like soon everything is just dark. What if one of them dies? No. I don't want any of them to die. That actually made me sad and curious. Like, no. Press your voice, Kahel. Thanks for the stream. I enjoy your voice as usual. Thank you so much. Thank you. Although I feel like my voice has been wavering a lot today because of my throat. But thank you, thank you, thank you for listening. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Kaisar. Thank you, Wildcat. Thank you for coming today. I really, really enjoyed it. You guys make me happy. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I hope you guys have fun. I'm sorry for the mispronunciations of words, for the times where I have to like step out and Google it to know the pronunciation, the proper pronunciation. For the times where I stutter and, like my whole voice acting was really bad as well. I apologize for all of it. But thank you for staying and watching. It means a lot to me. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the final Lucid9 stream. And then next week we are going to play Wuthering Waves. Wait, no, it's Fortnite. Yeah. Oh, Tagalog stream Fortnite on August 20. So okay, I was wrong. I thought this week was supposed to be Tagalog stream, but okay. I'm glad I didn't speak in Tagalog then. So next week, August 20 is going to be Fortnite stream, Tagalog stream. So I will be speaking a lot in Tagalog back that day for the whole week. So yes, just so that you guys know. Okay. Thank you again for joining me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the final Lucid 9. Thank you, thank you. It's fine, you're good. See ya. See ya. Bye bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Good night.